Welcome to Chinese Novel Audiobook. Chapter 61. 30 Consecutive Draws, Explosive Luck. System, I want to draw a lottery. After hanging up the phone, Chen Feng opened the lottery system. Get ready to draw a prize. He now has a total of 3,330 combat points. 330 of these were obtained by defeating 4 Pokemon hunters. The original plan was to save up the battle points to exchange for Porygon's production technology. But Chen Feng, who hadn't participated in a lottery for a long time, felt that his luck would be very good today. Not only captured Persian, Nidoking, and Nidoqueen. Also got the duck-billed Charmander and Honchkrow. The harvest was rich. Chen Feng wanted to take advantage of his current luck and participate in the medical lottery. See if you can draw anything good. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, a virtual interface full of technology appeared in front of Chen Feng. 10 consecutive draws come first. Ding! 100 points of combat value deducted, current combat value is 3,230 points. At the same time, the big turntable on the virtual interface began to spin wildly. Ding! You drew the secret of the earth. Ding! You drew the yellow chicken mask. Ding! You drew a super potion. Dozens of system voices kept ringing in Chen Feng's mind. FK, the secret of the earth. Look at the book with the cover titled, The Mysteries of the Earth, that appears in the backpack. Chen Feng was shocked. Today is really my lucky day. I even drew The Mystery of the Earth. If he remembered correctly, The Secret of the Earth was Boss Giovanni's lifelong achievement in ground type. In the comics, Midori was given the gift later, which made Midori's final steel Tyrannosaurus Rex. Chen Feng couldn't wait to take out The Mystery of the Earth from the system backpack to check it out. A book with The Mysteries of the Earth on the cover appeared in Chen Feng's hand. Chen Feng immediately opened it and checked. A moment later, the contents recorded in the book were just as Chen Feng had thought. This book records all of Giovanni's understanding and knowledge of ground Pokemon. If this book is taken out, it will definitely be regarded as the supreme treasure by ground trainers. System, keep giving money and drawing. Seeing that his luck was so good, Chen Feng chose to continue drawing the lottery. See if you can draw anything good. Deduct 100 points from the battle value. The current battle value is 3,130 points. Accompanied by the sound of the system, the pointer of the big turntable began to move again. Ding! You got a universal potion. Ding! You got a Poké Ball. Ding! You got a dusk ball darkened. Ding! You drew the hyper beam training method. Ding! You drew the skill disc, freezing ray. Another 10 mechanical voices entered Chen Feng's mind. FK, I'm rich, I'm rich. Chen Feng was very excited when he heard the voice of the system. I didn't expect that he, who has always been an unlucky person, would have such a lucky day. Last time, I drew 100 times in a row, and only found the production process of an Ultra Ball. This time, I got so many good things in just 20 consecutive draws. Chen Feng quickly took out these props from the system backpack and checked them. Apart from some miscellaneous items, there were only 3 things worth Chen Feng's attention in this 10-draw series. A book called Hyper Beam Training Method. It records all relevant Hyper Beam training methods. For example, how to control the power of Hyper Beam, how to use Hyper Beam without getting stuck in contest condition, etc. Even Do's special skill, how to make Hyper Beam turn, is recorded in it. And each method is recorded very comprehensively. It can be said that as long as you learn all the Hyper Beam methods recorded in this book, Nidoking and Nidoqueen can be transformed into mobile turrets. Just imagine how terrifying it is to have a Hyper Beam that can hit targets with 100% accuracy. This training method and The Secret of the Earth are tailor-made for Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Among all the Pokemon that Chen Feng has now, Songduoju and Nidoqueen have ground type and Hyper Beam moves. Only Nidoking and Nidoqueen can master all the methods recorded in the book, Hyper Beam Training Method. Chen Feng believes that Nidoking and Nidoqueen can definitely become main players like Beedrill. Even more effective than Beedrill. My luck this time was simply amazing. The subsequent training also had a new direction. After putting the Hyper Beam Training Method back into the system backpack, Chen Feng set his sights on the last black Poké Ball, Dusk Ball. Different from catching the Dusk Ball in the cave. This Dusk Ball can turn all Pokemon into ferocious ones, and increase their power to the highest level. Pokemon captured by Dusk Ball will lose their freedom and obey all his orders. In the anime, Team Rocket's Bixias once used the Dusk Ball to capture a Celebi and turned it black. Compared to Hyper Beam Training Method and Mystery of the Earth, Dusk Ball seems less important. This Poké Ball looks very powerful. It can turn the captured Pokémon dark and increase its strength to the highest level. But it also has fatal flaws. Although Dusk Ball can increase the power of Pokémon, these Pokémon will become soulless. If the Pokémon has strong willpower, the Dusk Ball's control ability can be alleviated or even invalidated, and the Dusk Ball that captures it will be destroyed. Maybe it will be useful in the future. Chen Feng also threw the Dusk Ball into the system backpack. As for the last Freezing Ray learning machine, Chen Feng plans to teach it to Melodic. It just so happens that Melodic is still lacking an Ice-type move to restrain the Grass type. This skill came at a very timely moment. System, continue the lottery. After throwing the Freezing Ray into the system backpack, the third lottery draw begins. But this time, Chen Feng's energy seemed to have been used up. What you get is either a potion spray or a red and white Poké Ball. There are even some debris like broken stones. No more smoking, no more smoking. See if I got anything good. Chen Fengji stopped the loss in time and stopped the lottery. He was already very satisfied with getting these things in 880's 30 consecutive draws. If you continue to be greedy, you may use up the last 3,000 battle points and still not get anything good. Come out, Melodic, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Persian. Chen Feng immediately threw out 4 Poké Balls, releasing all of his Pokémon. Melodic, you have to master this move in the next period of time. Chen Feng handed the Freezing Ray learning machine to Melodic. Let Melodic master the skill beam. Mana, I will definitely not let Xiaofeng down. Nidoking, Nidoqueen, you are still injured. Starting tomorrow, I will train you based on your injuries. From now on, you just need to master all the techniques recorded in this book. Chen Feng took out the Hyper Beam Training Method and said, $. Many. Nidoking and Nidoqueen replied with a nod in unison. As for you, just be a mascot in peace. Finally, Chen Feng turned his gaze to Persian and said, Meow. Persian strolled up to Chen Feng, hit a yawn, and lay down beside Chen Feng. Roar. Hoot hoot. Seeing Chen Feng arranging training for his Pokémon, Charmeleon and Honchkrow on the side couldn't help but shout out anxiously. Don't worry, you're indispensable. Since you have followed me, I promise to make you stronger, and I will make you stronger. Chen Feng turned his head and answered. Let Charmeleon and Honchkrow rest assured. Chapter 62. Alternative Uses of Hyper Beam Training Method. 7 days later, near an abandoned warehouse. Nidoking and Nidoqueen use Hyper Beam. Duck-billed Charmander uses Flamethrower. Melodic uses Freeze Ray. Chen Feng commanded Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Rathalos and Melodic to attack a huge rock. Roar. 4 attacks were ejected from the mouths of Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and the duck-billed fire dragon Melodic. However, the direction of their attack was not the direction where the boulder was, but on the right side of the boulder. Just as the attack passed the boulder, the 4 attacks suddenly turned around. Attack towards the boulder. Boom. There was a loud noise. The boulder was smashed to pieces under the bombardment of 4 attacks. Good job, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Melodic, and Charmeleon. Chen Feng praised Nidoking's 4 Pokémon. After 7 days of training, Duowang and Nidoqueen can already control Hyper Beam to turn. Moreover, Chen Feng discovered that jet-type skills such as Flamethrower and Freezing Beam could be controlled by using the turning methods in the Hyper Beam Training Method. At this point, Melodic and Charmeleon also joined Nidoking in Nidoqueen's special training. Meow. As the mascot, Xiaosai is the happiest Pokémon during this period. Every day, apart from eating, she just sleeps or lies in Chen Feng's arms and lets Chen Feng stroke her. It's almost time to start the Rocket's first training camp to improve his strength. Watch the performance of Pokémon such as Nidoking. Chen Feng felt that it was almost time to start. After special training in advance, the levels of all Pokémon except Nidoking, Nidoqueen and Persian have been raised to level 1. Open black lens bracket Giovanni. Inform everyone to come here address tomorrow, and I will start training with you. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng took out his cell phone, found Zhang Shuiwei's contact information and sent a message to Zhang Shuiwei. Tell Zhang Shuiwei to notify all members of the Rockets to start special training. Open black lens bracket Zhang Shuiwei. Don't worry, boss. Leave it to me. Close black lens bracket. After receiving the message from Boss Giovanni, Zhang Shuiwei calmed down his excitement and replied. The Rockets finally started their first training camp. If we don't start now, people's hearts will probably fall apart. In Team Rocket's group chat. Zhang Tianyu. When will the training start? If not, I will go to the battle tower for training. Zhang Tianyu is still chatting in the Rockets group as usual. Since joining Team Rocket and joining this group chat, Zhang Tianbao would take time out every day to visit the group. Everyone here is talented and their conversations are very interesting. He loves it here. Open black lens bracket Xie Yongge. Why look forward to this? Isn't it good like this? I get paid every month and have nothing to do. If I could, I would like to live like this forever. Close black lens bracket. Dong Hedong. What do you know? Xiaoyu wants to be a professional trainer. Who doesn't have ideals and ambitions like you? Closing square bracket. Open black lens bracket Jiqi. Lao Xie, forget about this kind of good thing. The boss doesn't spend money to support us to just eat and wait for death. You should listen to Lao Zhang and improve your own strength. Close black lens bracket. Sao Rufeng. I envy brother you so much. Ever since my dad found out that I got a 0 on the Pokemon practical test, I have no pocket money left. Open black lens bracket Logan. Boss, you are so miserable. Close black lens bracket. Zhang Tianyu. You call me brother you, so is money a big deal? I'll take you with me when I go to Shanghai, and I'll cover all the expenses. Zhang Tianyu generously covered all the expenses and invited Sao Rufeng to go to the battle tower in the Magic City. Chen Feng became famous in the battle tower in Magic City. If there is no news about the Rockets training, he plans to go to the battle tower in the Magic City for some training. Meet more trainers. Get to know different conducting styles. Logan. Damn, brother you, please take me with you. Open black lens bracket Zhang Tianyu. Let's go together and receive the same medical treatment. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Jiqi. I am so jealous. Close black lens bracket. Shen Mo. Envy +1. Open black lens bracket Geeky. +1 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Dongatong. +1 close black lens bracket. Others echoed that most of them joined the Rockets for the money. Only Zhang Tianyu and Sao Rufeng joined the Rockets because they wanted to improve their own strength. Although there are only 20 people in the group, it is very active every day. Team Rockets. At Zhang Tianyu, you can't go. Closing square bracket. At this moment, Zhang Shuiwei saw the message sent by Zhang Tianyu and replied to him. I still want to go to Shanghai. The boss has spoken. The Rockets are about to start training. I can't go anymore. Watch Zhang Shuiwei reply to his message. Zhang Tianyu asked doubtfully. Before Zhang Tianyu could react, Zhang Shuiwei's second message had already been sent to the group. Team Rocket. At all members, Boss Giovanni has spoken. Tomorrow we will have our first training camp here. Address. Everyone must come. If you don't come, you will have to pay the consequences. As soon as Zhang Shuiwei's message was released, it immediately ignited the entire group. Even some of the dive guys were blown out. Open black lens bracket Xie Yongge. Damn, Zhang Tianyu is such a bad mouth. The training camp has started, and my leisure time is over. Crying. Close black lens bracket. Su Chu. Great. I have been waiting for this day for a long time. I can finally meet Boss Giovanni. I am so excited. So excited. Open black lens bracket Jipping. Me too, I have been waiting for this day for a long time. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Zhang Liangwei. Boss Giovanni is so mysterious. I hope I can see his true appearance this time. Close black lens bracket. Shen Mo. I just want to personally thank Giovanni. Without him, my child's tuition would still be in arrears. Open black lens bracket Dong Hedong. Me too, Boss Giovanni is my great benefactor. Close black lens bracket. Is it finally time to start? Zhang Tianyu muttered as he looked at the messages sent by everyone on his phone. At that time, Zhang Shuiwei told himself that the Rockets could make him stronger and enable him to defeat the Rockets team that Chen Feng had just joined. Half a month has passed since I joined the Rockets. This day has finally come. Whether the Rockets have this ability or not, we will know tomorrow. Sao Rufeng. Where is this warehouse area? No. 8. Why can't vehicles reach it directly? Closing square bracket. As soon as Zhang Shuiwei sent the address to the group, Sao Rufeng opened his phone and started navigating. The navigation is leading. However, it shows that vehicles cannot arrive. If you want to get there, you can only take a bus to the nearest town and then take a bus there. This made Cao Rufeng very confused. Judging from the name of the address, this shouldn't be the case. Open black lens bracket dong hedong. Yes, where is this place? I have never heard of it. Close black lens bracket. Jipping. I have never heard of this either. How come there is an 8 warehouse district in Shuangyang City? Everyone said they had never heard of this place. Team Rocket. It's normal that you haven't heard of it. Warehouse number 8 was once the most prosperous place in Shuangyang City, but it declined later and has now become a paradise for wild Pokemon. Closing square bracket. Zhang Shuiwei explained. He heard about the No. 8 warehouse district from the older generation of people on Liming, Jiaohao Street. Basically, the older generation of Liming Street have worked in the warehouse number 8 area. To date, warehouse district number 8 has been abandoned for almost 10 years. It has long been forgotten. If he hadn't heard it from the older generation, he wouldn't have known there was such a place in Shuangyang City. Team Rockets. Anyway, everyone has to come tomorrow. The boss takes this training camp very seriously. Before turning off his phone, Chen Feng once again reminded everyone to come tomorrow. Open black lens bracket Cao Rufeng. Don't worry, Wei Zhe, I will definitely go tomorrow. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Xie Yongge. Me too, I will definitely go. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Zhang Liangwei. Definitely arrived. Close black lens bracket. Shen Mo. Me too. Open black lens bracket Zhang Tianyu. I will go too. Close black lens bracket. Everyone said that they would all arrive tomorrow. They don't want such good welfare benefits to be cancelled just because they didn't go. Zhang Tianyu and Cao Rufeng want to see if the Rockets really have the ability to make him stronger. That night, everyone on the Rockets went to sleep with different feelings. Looking forward to tomorrow's training camp. Chapter 63. Training begins. Brother Yu, here. At dawn the next day, Cao Rufeng kept waving at a car. This is Zhang Tianyu coming to pick him up. The two of them had made an appointment yesterday, and Zhang Tianyu drove over to pick him up. The two of them headed to Warehouse District 8 with Logan. When Cao Rufeng got on the car, Logan was already sitting in Chechnya. Morning, boss. Logan greeted Cao Rufeng. Good morning, Lao Luo. Brother Yu, what do you do at home, you riding a bull? As soon as he got on the car, Cao Rufeng flattened Zhang Tianyu's mount. I'm curious about what Zhang Tianyu does at home. Don't ask, just sit in your car. It was obvious that Zhang Tianyu was unwilling to answer this question, and replied indifferently. By the way, Lao Luo, do you think this Rockets team is reliable? Seemed to sense the awkward atmosphere in the car. Cao Rufeng quickly changed the subject and focused his attention on the Rockets. I think it's pretty reliable. At least I got paid. Logan spread his hands. He is not as rich as Cao Rufeng and Zhang Tianyu's family. He joined the Rockets just for the money. Since the Rockets gave him money, he felt it was quite reliable. Whether it's reliable or not, we'll know today, right? At this time Zhang Tianyu suddenly took over. As long as it can improve his strength, he will join no matter what the other party does. But what if he can't improve his strength? I'm sorry. No matter how good the treatment is, he will leave. Zhang Tianyu drove the car slowly towards his destination, Tongluo Town. Tongluo Town is the closest town to warehouse number 8 area. Zhang Shuiwei had already set out last night and was waiting for them there. As time goes by little, time slowly came to 8 o'clock in the morning. Who is missing? Zhang Shuiwei, who was organizing such a gathering for the first time, seemed a little unexperienced. While anxiously counting the number of people, he wiped the sweat from his forehead. It's already 8 o'clock, and their people haven't arrived yet. By the time they walked to warehouse area number 8, it was almost 9:30. Zhang Shuiwei was worried that, Boss Giovanni, was getting anxious. Wei Zhe, now all we need is Fatty Luo. One of the Team Rocket members said. FK, what is this Fatty Luo doing? Why hasn't he arrived yet? Call him quickly. Hearing that some people had not arrived yet, Zhang Shuiwei roared. Urged his men to call Fatty Luo. I called, but the phone is turned off. The Rocket team member spread his hands. FKU, Fatty Luo. When I get back, I'm going to kill him. Hearing this, Zhang Shuiwei became furious and cursed. He probably knew what this Fatty Luo was going to do. It's nothing more than taking the money and running away, with no intention of joining their rockets team. Let's go first. Never mind him. Zhang Shuiwei was afraid that Boss Giovanni would get anxious, so he decided that the 19 of them should head to warehouse number 8 first. After an hour's trek, they finally arrived at their destination, warehouse area number 8. Is this warehouse district 8? This is the wilderness. I told you, warehouse district 8 has been abandoned for a long time and has long since become a paradise for wild Pokemon. A wilderness covered with weeds came into everyone's sight. From time to time, a group of Fearos and a group of Spearows would fly through the air. Occasionally, one or two Abraham snakes would slither past your feet. There are countless wild Pokemon living here. Come out, Dodrio. Zhang Shuiwei was the first to release his Pokemon. It would be impossible to pass through this wilderness and reach warehouse number 9 in warehouse district number 8 without Pokemon around. We're going to Pidgeotto too. NS, God, Prince Bo, please. Go Teddiursa. Everyone released their Pokemon to protect themselves. He didn't notice at all that a Honchkrow was flapping its wings and flying towards an abandoned building not far away. Gah, gah, here they come. Honchkrow flew to warehouse number 9, landed on Chen Feng's shoulder and called out. Pass the message to Chen Feng. Are you here? It's really slow. Hearing Honchkrow's voice, Chen Feng slowly opened his eyes and called out a yawn. These people have not received professional training and are indeed a group of rabble. We haven't even left Shuangyang City yet, and the efficiency is already so slow. If things continue like this, their rockets will just be a small-time operation. It will never amount to anything. Come out, Chen Qi. Chen Feng took out the Poké Ball containing Nidoking and released Nidoking. The Poké Ball flashes red. The huge Nidoking appeared in front of Chen Feng. Roar. Nidoking, who had just emerged from the Poké Ball, growled as usual. Go ahead and give them a special training session. Remember, don't kill them. Chen Feng commanded Nidoking calmly. Nido. Yes, master. Nidoking followed Chen Feng's order and used Dig to disappear in front of Chen Feng. After Nidoking left, Honchkrow also flew out of warehouse number 9 to monitor everyone. Show me how strong you can become. Chen Feng muttered as he looked at the door of warehouse No. 9. It is impossible to leak the surface. The ones who gave them training this time were his Nidoking and Nidoqueen. The Nidoking and Nidoqueen, who are over level 40, are definitely bosses that cannot be underestimated in the eyes of these unrated people. I will definitely give them a special training that they will never forget. Everyone, be careful not to provoke those wild Pokemon. Zhang Shuiwei walked forward and gave instructions to others. Although some wild Pokemon are not strong, they are social Pokemon. Provoking them will bring unnecessary trouble. They were already a little late, and provoking wild Pokemon would only waste their time further. Now Zhang Shuiwei just wants to find warehouse number 9 as soon as possible. Don't worry, Viagra, we know what to do. That's right, we are not Fatty Luo. Others echoed and nodded to cooperate with Zhang Shuiwei. If they didn't want to cooperate with Zhang Shuiwei, they would have just run away with the money like Fatty Luo did. Dolly Dolly. At this moment, Zhang Shuiwei Dodrio seemed to feel something. He stopped and kept shouting forward. Stop. Zhang Shuiwei noticed something unusual ahead. He immediately raised his hand to signal everyone to stop moving forward. Then, many of the Pokemon seemed to have noticed something unusual, just like Dodrio. They all shouted as they headed forward. What's going on? What happened? The crowd, who had never experienced anything like this, leaned against each other nervously. Boom, boom, boom. Before everyone could figure out what was going on, the ground suddenly shook slightly. The sound of dong 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 kept approaching them. A huge purple Pokemon gradually appeared in front of everyone. Chapter 64, Team Annihilation. Oh my god, what on earth is this? Nidoking, level 43 Nidoking. I heard from the townspeople this morning that there is a powerful Nidoking and Nidoqueen living in here. Isn't this the one you're talking about? I hope this Nidoking is just passing by. When everyone saw Nidoking, they were all scared. Nidoking is only level 43 though. However, the aura he exuded made everyone dare not confront him. What are you standing there for? Let's go. Seeing that the people around him were still in a daze, Zhang Shuiwei quickly shouted at everyone. Level 43 Nidoking, they are definitely not rival. All they can do is avoid Nidoking and not provoke him. Under normal circumstances, as long as humans do not actively provoke these wild Pokemon will rarely attack them. Walk, walk. Only after hearing Zhang Shuiwei's shout did everyone react. He called his Pokemon to avoid Nidoking. They wanted to bypass Nidoking. But Nidoking's target was them, how could they get around it? Wei Zhe, why do I feel like this Nidoking is coming for us? Just then, one of the Team Rocket members looked at Nidoking running over and said. They clearly changed direction, but the Nidoking still came towards them. Zhang Shuiwei looked towards Nidoking and was shocked. Just as the Team Rocket member said, Nidoking is coming for them again. Sao, prepare for battle. Dodrio, use tri-attack. Zhang Shuiwei cursed loudly and immediately commanded Dodrio to attack Nidoking. They can't escape at this distance. Only by fighting and depleting Nidoking's strength will they have a chance to escape. We also go up Prince Bo and use the water gun. Zhang Tianyu immediately followed Zhang Shuiwei and commanded Prince Bo to attack Nidoking. Doduo, Pidgey. Dodrio's 3 attacks and Prince Bo's 1 attack blasted towards Nidoking. Nidoking's attribute is ground, and his Wave Prince is water type, which has restrained damage to Nidoking. Boom! An explosion sounded. 4 attacks hit Nidoking with great precision. There was a burst of smoke and water vapor. Success. Everyone's eyes were fixed on the smoke ahead. I don't know if Nidoking was knocked down. Too bad they thought of it. The level 43 Nidoking is actually that easy to defeat. After waiting for the smoke to clear, Nidoking appeared in front of everyone again. It must be fake. There is no damage at all. Everyone looked at the scene in front of them in disbelief. The 4 attacks just now did not cause any damage to Nidoking. Roar. Nidoking let out a long roar and rushed towards the crowd. These attacks were literally tickling him. Run, run faster. Seeing Nidoking rushing over, Zhang Shuiwei immediately told everyone to run away. Too strong. This Nidoking was no match for them. But how can humans match the speed of Pokemon? It's better for people like Zhang Shuiwei whose Pokemon is Dodrio that can ride. But trainers of Pokemon such as Raticate and Machop are in trouble. Soon Nidoking came to Eradicate and used Trample. Just when I was about to use all my strength to crush this Raticate to death. Nidoking suddenly remembered Chen Feng's instructions not to hurt them. Nidoking had no choice but to hold back his strength and kicked Raticate away. Even so, Raticate lost its combat effectiveness. Ding, your Nidoking defeated the level 20 Raticate and gained 195 experience points. Ding, you gained 50 combat points. Your current combat value is 3,180. At the same time, the voices of 2 systems sounded in Chen Feng's mind. Is this okay? Chen Feng was stunned for a moment. He didn't expect that he could gain combat value in this way. Please let me go. Please. Seeing your Pokemon lose its combat power. Raticate's trainer collapsed on the ground, staring at the Nidoking in front of him in horror, his buttocks constantly kicking the ground as he moved backwards. And, Nidoking had a bloody mouth and roared at the Team Rocket member. DB. Raticate's trainer's eyes turned white and he fainted from fright. $. Seeing the trainer fainted, Nidoking continued to chase the others. Ding, your Nidoking defeated the level 19 Machop and gained 185 experience points. Ding, your Nidoking defeated the level 21 Puchina and gained 209 experience points. Click. One after another, the system's voices kept ringing in Chen Feng's mind. One by one, Team Rocket members were knocked unconscious by Nidoking. More than half of the 19 Team Rocket members were lost in the blink of an eye. Brother Yu, please find a solution quickly, the king is chasing us. Cao Rufeng asked Zhang Tianyu while running backwards. Now he regretted joining this rocket team. The destination has not yet been reached and the Nidoking is about to crush him to death. Now we can only catch up with Zhang Shuiwei and ask him to contact Boss Giovanni. Zhang Shuiwei said with a grim face as he looked at Zhang Shuiwei who was riding far ahead. Prince Bo's attack just now did not cause any damage to Nidoking. The difference in strength between them and Nidoking is too great. There is no power to fight at all. The only hope is to let Zhang Shuiwei notify Boss Giovanni who is waiting for them here. Prince Bo, use water gun to attack ground. See Nidoking quickly catch up with them. Zhang Tianyu immediately commanded Prince Bo to use water gun to attack ground. Make ground less ferocious, thereby slowing down Nidoking. As expected, Nidoking stepped into the mud pit, lost weight and fell to the ground. Fallen into the mud. FK, that's awesome, brother Yu. Seeing this scene, Cao Rufeng was filled with admiration for Zhang Tianyu. This method can be thought of. It's worthy of being the first one in No. 8 middle school. As expected, there is a big gap between him and me. No big deal, let's go quickly, the mud won't trap Nidoking for long. Zhang Tianyu smiled proudly. Bang! Just as Zhang Tianyu and others took 2 steps, Nidoking stood up again from the quagmire. Fire a hyper beam at Prince Wave. Be careful, it's hyper beam. Logan turned his head and saw a hyper beam full of destructive power shooting towards them. Get down. Zhang Tianyu pulled Logan and Cao Rufeng and rushed towards ground. All they saw was a hyper beam passing through the air above their heads. Phew, I'm saved. Looking at the hyper beam shooting out from above his head, Zhang Tianyu's whole body suddenly relaxed. Stimulate. So exciting. From childhood to adulthood, he has never experienced such an exciting thing. FK, what the hell is this? At this moment, Cao Rufeng seemed to have seen a ghost and stared ahead with wide eyes. The hyper beam that just passed through the air above their heads suddenly made a circle and turned to come towards them again. Boom! A loud explosion sounded. A mushroom cloud slowly rose into the sky. Zhang Tianyu, Cao Rufeng, Logan and their Pokémon were all knocked unconscious by the impact of the explosion. Although Nidoking was tricked, he was very angry. But he still remembered Chen Feng's instructions. The hyper beam did not hit the 3 of them directly. Instead, it hit the ground in front of the 3 of them. Viagra, have you contacted Boss Giovanni? Zhang Weiliang, who was riding on Ponyta's back, asked Zhang Shuiwei. No, Boss Giovanni didn't reply. Zhang Shuiwei replied. When their attacks had no effect, he took out his cell phone and asked for support from Boss Giovanni. But Boss Giovanni seemed to have disappeared and did not reply to him. Viagra, what should we do now? Is this a scam? Zhang Weiliang asked uncertainly. The training location is so remote, and there was the Nidoking attack just now. It's hard not to believe this is a scam. No, I believe in Boss Giovanni. Zhang Shuiwei answered very confidently. If this is a scam, what is there to fool these people? Except for Zhang Tianyu's Prince Pokémon, all other Pokémon are ordinary and common Pokémon. Their people are even less valuable. There is nothing worth deceiving them. Beep. Beep. Ouch. Just then, Dodrio and Ponyta suddenly stopped. A blue giant Pokémon blocked their way. It's Nidoqueen. Zhang Liangwei said seriously. In this warehouse area, Nidoking and Nidoqueen live together. It was bad luck enough that they were attacked by Nidoking. I didn't expect to meet Nidoqueen now. Run. Nidoqueen's speed can't catch up with us. Zhang Shuiwei shouted immediately. Just now they relied on their Pokémon to escape Nidoking's pursuit. Now their speed still has the advantage. Just as they were about to turn around and escape, Nidoking also blocked their way from behind. 2 hyper beams spit up from the mouths of Nidoking and Nidoqueen respectively. Completion. Looking at the hyper beam spraying towards him, Zhang Shuiwei's mind went blank. Tisk tisk, 19 people couldn't even last half an hour. Half an hour later, Chen Feng looked at the 19 corpses lying on the ground and the 19 Pokémon that had lost their combat effectiveness, and shook his head in disappointment. Under the pursuit of Nidoking, these people couldn't even hold out for half an hour. They were wiped out by the Nidoking and Nidoqueen couple. Persian, I leave these people to you. Chen Feng gave these instructions to Persian, who was lying next to him. Persian is the smartest Pokémon of all his Pokémon. There shouldn't be any problem handing these people over to Persian. Meow. Don't worry, master. After hearing Chen Feng's arrangement, Persian immediately put away his lazy look, and Chen Feng promised. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 65. There is no Chen Feng in the mountains, this cat is the king. Wow, where am I? Not long after Chen Feng left, Zhang Tianyu slowly opened his eyes. Looking up at the unfamiliar ceiling. I'm not dead yet. Zhang Tianyu stretched out his hands and placed them in front of his eyes. Looking at his hands in confusion. In his mind, he was killed by Nidoking's hyper beam. Meow, oh, you're awake. At this moment, a Persian growl came into Zhang Tianyu's ears. Zhang Tianyu was startled by the sudden sound. He quickly stood up and looked in the direction of the sound. It's better not to watch this. I was shocked when I saw it. Except for him, all the other Team Rocket members and their Pokémon who were traveling with him were spread out on the ground. It seems that 980 is not dangerous. In addition, there were 20 Houndours standing in a row with their tongues hanging out, squatting on the ground and looking at him. Even on the ceiling there are the same number of Zubats squatting. The Nidoking and Nidoqueen that attacked them were lazily lying in another corner, hatching. There was also a crow secretly standing on the duck-billed fire dragon's shoulder and staring at him. There was a Persian standing on the chair in the center of the room. The sound just now was made by him. Who are you and where is this place? Zhang Tianyu captured Prince Po with a Poké Ball and asked Persian warily. All signs here indicate that these Pokémon are not wild Pokémon. The Nidoking and Nidoqueen that attacked them were also deliberately arranged by someone. Meow. Persian leapt in front of Zhang Tianyu. Use your sharp nails to scratch the ground continuously. Soon, several big words appeared in front of Zhang Tianyu. My name is Jiaosai, and I am the mascot of the Rockets. Boss Giovanni is very disappointed with you and has handed you over to me. Zhang Tianyu read it word by word. Boss Giovanni. The Nidoking and Nidoqueen that attacked them were actually arranged by Boss Giovanni. No wonder they didn't die after being defeated by Nidoking. It turns out that all this was an assessment of them by Boss Giovanni. Zhang Tianyu couldn't help but get excited. This rocket team can really make itself stronger and defeat Chen Feng. Chen Feng's Beedrill was very fast, which made them helpless. All attacks were either dodged or resolved by Beedrill. But now there is a move that is very effective against Chen Feng's Beedrill. If he remembered correctly, the hyper beam used by the Nidoking that attacked him could turn corners. If I can master this move, defeating Chen Feng will be a piece of cake. Thinking of this, Zhang Tianyu couldn't help but get a little excited. It was finally the right decision for me to join Team Rocket. After writing what he wanted to say on the ground, Persian jumped onto Chen Feng's throne proudly. There is really no Chen Feng in the mountains, and the trapped cat becomes the boss. Master Jiaosai, is there anything else that Boss Giovanni would like to ask for? Zhang Tianyu's attitude became very humble. Ask Persian for advice. If he wants to master the hyper beam that can turn, he must have someone to teach him. As he couldn't understand the language of Pokemon, he could only ask Persian about the city boss. Meow. Trained until Giovanni is satisfied. Persian hit a yawn, stretched lazily, and drew on the ground. Train until Giovanni is satisfied. Zhang Tianyu asked doubtfully. How should they train when Master Giovanni is not here? I can't really let this Persian train me. Mr. Jiaosai, I want to ask you something. Meow. You are so annoying, I will talk to you later. Before Zhang Tianyu finished speaking, Persian roared at him. This human being is so annoying, why does he have so many problems? Well, I saw Persian getting angry at me, although I couldn't understand what Persian was saying. But Zhang Tianyu should just shut up. Just wait quietly for others to wake up. Seeing Zhang Tianyu shut up, Persian hit yawn, lay down on the chair and started to take a nap. Wow, where is this place? FK, there are so many Houndours, help me. Not long after, Jipping woke up from his coma. When I saw a row of Houndours sitting next to me, I screamed in fright. PFF'd. Hearing Jipping scream, Zhang Tianyu hurried over and covered Jipping's mouth. In order not to wake up the Persian. However, all this has disturbed Persian. Persian just raised his eyelids, glanced at Jipping, and continued to lie down and rest. Zhang Tianyu, what is going on? Jipping broke free from Zhang Tianyu's hand and asked in a low voice curiously. The Nidoking that attacked us was arranged by Boss Giovanni. Now Boss Giovanni is very disappointed with our performance and has assigned us to the Persian. Zhang Tianyu explained in a low voice. Afraid of waking Persian. What? Boss Giovanni arranged this? Jipping didn't react to what was happening for a moment and was stunned. How do you think you survived Nidoking's attack? Zhang Tianyu rolled his eyes at Jipping. He is older than me, but his brain is not as quick as mine. Nidoking is an omnivore. If a wild Pokemon attacked them, would they be able to survive until now? Oh, so that's how it is. This is all a test from Giovanni. 1.8. Jipping nodded in sudden realization. Then what's this Persian thing about? Isn't it true that they'll let a Persian take care of us? Jipping continued to point at Persian who was sleeping soundly on the chair and asked. It's called Jiaosai, and it's the mascot of the Rockets. Boss Giovanni handed us over to him and asked him to train us every day. Zhang Tianyu pointed to the words Persian had written on the ground and explained. No way, a Pokemon is training us. Neither Jipping nor Zhang Tianyu believed it. They have all come to this point. I don't think they'll really let a Persian train them. But in fact, this is what Chen Feng thought. He has other things to do, and it is impossible for him to stay here with them forever. Chapter 66. The Qingyan cult's conspiracy. Each person receives a Houndour and a Zubat. Zhang Tianyu stood next to Persian and saw the words Persian wrote on the ground. Shouted to the crowd. After a morning, everyone had woken up from their coma and learned the whole story from Zhang Tianyu. Follow Zhang Tianyu's instructions and queue up to receive Houndour and Zubat. Zhang Shuiwei finally understood why Boss Giovanni ignored him when he asked for help from him before. Nidoking and Nidoqueen were both arranged by Boss Giovanni. Viagra, look how proud he is. Isn't it just that he woke up earlier than us and was appreciated by Persian? When Zhang Weiliang saw Zhang Tianyu's smug look, he spoke to Zhang Shuiwei in a somewhat sour tone. So what? I'm the only one who can contact Boss Giovanni, don't worry. Zhang Shuiwei said that he didn't care. But inwardly he was already on guard, feeling that his position was threatened. I swear to perform well during this period of special training. Only strength can stabilize your position. These Houndours and Zubats are actually the Pokémon that Boss Giovanni prepared for us to join the team. I've seen it before when I went to Century City. The price of a Houndour alone is around 6 million. Oh my god, 6 million each, 15 and 20 are worth more than 100 million. This is too generous. Do you think Boss Giovanni is someone who is short of money? That's true. Wei Shichi still hasn't seen Changshu Laotian. Yes, I also want to thank Boss Giovanni in person. Everyone was talking while queuing up to receive Houndour and Zubat. No one would have thought at first that Nidoking and Nidoqueen were Pokémon arranged by Boss Giovanni. I have seen the strength of Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Plus here Giovanni prepared Houndour and Zubat for them. Everyone dispelled their suspicions about the rockets. Before long, including Zhang Shuiwei, a total of 19 people each received a Houndour and a Zubat as their own Pokémon. Originally, Chen Feng prepared 20 Houndours and 20 Zubats. But when counting the number of people, Chen Feng found that there were only 19. So a Houndour and Zubat were taken away. These Pokémon have all been strengthened by him using the power of Evergreen. The potential is much stronger than similar Pokémon. Since one person didn't come, it can't be wasted. Therefore, Chen Feng took away a Houndour and a Zubat. 19 Houndours and Zubat, exactly one. Meow. After everyone has received Houndour and Zubat, Persian continues to write on ground. Boss Giovanni said that whoever performs well in this training can become the trainer of Charmeleon and Honchkrow. See the words written by Persian on ground. Zhang Tianyu, acting as Persian's secretary, continued to shout at everyone. The trainer of Charmeleon and Honchkrow. After hearing Zhang Tianyu's words, all eyes turned to the duck-billed fire dragon and Honchkrow. His eyes were full of passion. This is a level 37 Rathalos and a level 33 Honchkrow. As long as you get these two Pokémon, you can step into the ranks of junior trainers in one step. I must get him. Zhang Shuiwei secretly vowed to get first place in this training and become the trainer of Charmeleon and Honchkrow. Zhang Tianyu also has the same idea. He also wants Charmeleon and Honchkrow. Charmeleon and Honchkrow are fire and flying types respectively. In terms of attributes, they both restrain Chen Feng's Beedrill. Meow. Let's get started. Persian shouted to the Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Rathalos, and Honchkrow behind him. Let them act as training instructors and provide special training to these people. Nido. After hearing Persian's growl, Nidoking and Nidoqueen got up from the ground and walked towards the crowd. Charmeleon and Honchkrow followed closely behind. Special training begins for the 19 Team Rocket members. In a basement somewhere in Henan province, several people wearing black robes with blue flames printed on them and wearing masks gathered together. These people are exactly the Qingyan sect that the Henan Provincial Investigation Bureau has been searching for. And Zhang Xiaoyu, whom Zhang Ling had been looking for, was also among them. Xiaoyu, you did a great job this time. The stone wall has been safely delivered to the headquarters. A leader of the Qingyan sect spoke to Zhang Xiaoyu, and his voice could not be identified as male or female. Everything is for the rise of the Qingyan sect. These are what subordinates should do. Zhang Xiaoyu knelt on one knee, lowered her head and spoke in a low voice. Very good, with people like you, our Qingyan sect will surely rise. The leader of the Qingyan sect nodded with satisfaction. Now the headquarters has given us another task. After Zhang Xiaoyu stood up, the leader of the Qingyan sect continued speaking. Headquarters asked us to raise money for the church. Do you have any solution? The leader of the Qingyan sect asked Zhang Xiaoyu. It's okay for her to fight, but when it comes to raising money, she can't think of where to get it after thinking for a long time. Even if they could get some money, it would only be a small amount, which is just a drop in the bucket for the Qingyan sect. Only then did he call everyone back to discuss countermeasures. Didn't Zhang Xiaoyu hide in Lu Shuyan's place before? She should have learned some ways to make money. One of the Qingyan sect members suggested. Everyone's eyes turned to Zhang Xiaoyu. The Lu family is a well-known merchant family. Zhang Xiaoyu has been lurking with Lu Shuyun for so long, she should be better than any of them at making money. Zhang Xiaoyu was slightly stunned after hearing this. I didn't expect the church to ask them to raise funds. Zhang Xiaoyu simply shook her head. Although she stayed with Lu Shuyun for a long time. But all ways to make money require resources and capital. Without these two things, everything is in vain. No. A leader of the Qingyan sect shook his head when he saw Zhang Xiaoyu. He lowered his head in disappointment. By the way, Chief, I thought of someone who has something we want. At this moment, Zhang Xiaoyu's eyes suddenly lit up, and she suddenly spoke as if she remembered something. Who? Chen Feng. 513. Chen Feng from Shuangyang City. He has a way for Phoebus to evolve into melodic. Zhang Xiaoyu said suddenly. Before that, she and Lu Shuyun went to Shuangyang City to meet Chen Feng. The purpose is to acquire the method of evolving Phoebus from Chen Feng into melodic. Really? The leader of the Qingyan sect's eyes lit up instantly after hearing this. How to evolve Phoebus into melodic? If they get this method, wouldn't it be great? You should know that the average price of melodic in the market is around 20 million. The price of a Phoebus is less than 1,000 yuan. The huge profits involved can be imagined. I'm not sure either, but Lu Shuyun went to Shuangyang City to collect all the Phoebus from Chen Feng to learn how to evolve them into melodic. Zhang Xiaoyu continued. After Salamence attacked Lu Shuyun, she took advantage of the chaos and left. She also didn't know whether Chen Feng really had the method to evolve Phoebus into melodic. Is that so? Whether it's true or not, this news is worth a trip. The leader of the Qingyan sect looked towards Shuangyang City and murmured. She had heard of Chen Feng, the most outstanding genius in Shuangyang City. He is even the most outstanding genius in the entire East China theater. Defeated a junior trainer without a rating. She even learned through special channels that Chen Feng killed Chu Guocheng, who had the strength of a senior trainer. With this kind of strength, their branch can only have a chance of winning if they take action themselves. Chapter 67. Twin Flame Gym. Shuangyan Gym, the most famous gym in Shuangyang City, is also the strongest gym in Shuangyang City. Gym owner Li Fei possesses the strength of a high-level trainer. Specializes in using fire-type Pokémon. Every trainer in Shuangyang City is proud to get the badge from the Shuangyan Gym. After leaving Warehouse District 8, the next day, Chen Feng came to the Shuangyan Gym. Prepare to challenge the Double Flame Gym and get the Double Flame badge. Registration for this year's Junior Trainer Assessment is in November. The assessment will begin in May of the following year. Chen Feng wants to collect 4 badges before November and sign up for next year's Junior Trainer Assessment. Look at the 2 sun logo on the gym sign. Chen Feng pushed the door open and walked in. Hello and welcome. Are you here to challenge the Double Flame Gym? As soon as Chen Feng stepped into the Shuangyan Gym, the receptionist at the front desk greeted him warmly. I want to challenge the Double Flame Gym. Chen Feng walked to the front desk and spoke truthfully. Okay, please show me your trainer card or ID card. The receptionist smiled. Here, this is my ID card. Chen Feng handed his ID card to the receptionist and asked her to help him register. After the receptionist took the ID card, she started to register it on the machine. Ding! With a sound, Chen Feng's information appeared on the computer screen. Ah! Seeing Chen Feng's message, the receptionist couldn't help but cover her mouth in shock. He looked at Chen Feng suspiciously. It's displayed above. Name: Chen Feng. Rating: unrated. Badge: none. Special record: 37 consecutive wins in the Battle Tower. Chen Feng, 37 consecutive wins in the Battle Tower. This young man is a famous genius in their Shuangyang City. Today he came to challenge their Shuangyan Gym. Any questions? Chen Feng asked doubtfully. No, this is your challenge card, please keep it. Master Li is accepting other challenges during training. You can wait in the waiting room. The receptionist quickly waved her hand, handed the challenge card to Chen Feng, and pointed to the entrance of the waiting room. Shuangyan Dojo is the most famous dojo in Shuangyang City, even after the peak period of the college entrance examination. There is still an endless stream of trainers coming to challenge every day. Unless you are the first one here, You have to go to the waiting room and wait in line. You can challenge the double flame gym when it is your turn. Sometimes you're unlucky and when it's your turn, all the gym trainers, Pokemon are out of energy. This kind of thing happens often. Okay, thank you. Chen Feng took the sign handed over by the receptionist and thanked her. Then I followed the receptionist's instructions and walked into the waiting room. When Chen Feng arrived in the waiting room, there were quite a few people sitting in the waiting room. His challenge card is 05. And now the game is only at 03. In other words, the only people sitting in the waiting room watching the fight were the challenger. The rest were all trainers who came to watch the battle. I want to learn through battles between gym trainers and challengers. If Chen Feng wants to challenge the Shuangyan gym, he needs to wait for one more person before it is his turn. Bored, Chen Feng found an empty seat and sat down, watching the live broadcast from the competition venue while waiting. The game has now entered its second round, and the challenger has already sent out the second Pokemon. I saw it on the big screen in the waiting room. The person fighting with Li Fei was a young man in his 20s. The Pokemon used is a level 32 Azumarill. The Pokemon used by Li Fei is a level 42 Ninetales. The level alone is 10 levels higher than the opponent. Although Azumarill's level is 10 levels lower than Ninetales. But in terms of attributes, Marilee has the advantage. It can shorten the level gap. Accompanied by the referee's announcement of the start of the game. Azumarill's trainer took the lead in directing Azumarill to attack. Azumarill uses Water Gun. A torrent of water rushed towards Ninetales at a rapid speed. Ninetales Flame Jet. Looking at the water gun spraying towards him, Li Fei gave orders calmly. As soon as he finished speaking, Ninetales jumped upwards and hot flames spurted out of Ninetales' mouth. Boom! An explosion sounded. Ninetales' flamethrower and Azumarill's water gun collide. The entire competition venue was shrouded in a cloud of steam, and nothing could be seen. Water controls fire, but fire can also control water to a certain extent. Ninetales used confusion to find him, then control him and use flamethrower. Seeing that the entire competition venue was covered in water vapor, the experienced Li Fei instantly thought of a solution. Use Ninetales Psychic to find rival. Although Ninetales does not have Psychic-type moves, it can use some Psychic-type moves and has certain Psychic attributes. You can use Confusion's Perception to find rival hidden in the fog. Accompanied by Li Fei's command, Ninetales' eyes glowed red as he used Confusion. He found Azumarill in a moment and controlled Azumarill, preventing her from moving. At the same time, flames began to condense in his mouth and sprayed towards Molly. It appears that Master Li Ninetales is doing two things at once. Too strong. Use Confusion to control the opponent, and then use Flamethrower to attack. There's no solution to this trick. I wish I could learn this trick. Hey, it looks like there's no chance for me to challenge you today. What are you afraid of? As long as your strength is recognized by Master Li, that's enough. Dash 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 dash. Everyone in the waiting room started talking about this scene. Even Chen Feng was quite shocked. Using two moves at the same time requires very high standards from Pokemon. Common Pokemon are difficult to complete. It turns out that anyone who can become a gym trainer is quite capable. It seems that it may not be so easy to win this battle today. Chen Feng's expression couldn't help but become serious. It turns out that senior trainers are not so easy to deal with. Chen Feng continued watching the big screen. Mari. Azumarill, who was bound by confusion, let out a painful growl. Azumarill, break free. Azumarill's trainer began to get anxious and quickly shouted at Azumarill. Boom. As soon as the young man's voice fell, an explosion was heard in the competition venue. Although Azumarill broke free from Ninetales' restraints, Ninetales' flamethrower had already arrived. The flamethrower hit Azumarill accurately. 5 minutes later, Azumarill was hit by flamethrower again by Ninetales, and his eyes turned into mosquito coils and he lost the battle. Your Azumarill is pretty good. If it were stronger, my Ninetales confusion wouldn't be able to restrain Zhao Zhao. This is the double flame badge. After the game, Li Fei praised his opponent and took out a double flame badge from his arms and gave it to him. The role of a gym trainer is to guide and encourage. You can also get a badge by simply getting the trainer's approval. Of course, there are also some gym trainers who take winning and losing very seriously and use their full strength in every match. Only those who defeat him will receive the badge. Thank you, Master Li. My Azumarill and I will try our best to challenge you again. Azumarill's trainer was not polite at all. He directly took the badge handed over by Li Fei. The purpose of challenging the Double Flame Gym is to get the Double Flame badge. Now that I have the badge, why don't I publish it? Next, after sending Izumaral's trainer away, Li Fei shouted outside. Let the next challenger come in. 10 minutes later, the fourth challenger failed. Both Pokémon were defeated by Li Fei's Ninetales. It's finally my turn. Chen Feng straightened his clothes and slowly walked towards the competition venue. Chapter 68. No Mercy. The next challenger, Chen Feng from Shuangyang City. Along with the referee's voice, Chen Feng's figure gradually appeared on the competition field. It's Chen Feng, the genius of our Shuangyang City. Oh my god, he actually came to challenge the Shuangyan Gym as well. Why didn't I see it just now? I'm really looking forward to it. I wonder who will win this battle. It must be Master Li. Master Ji is a senior trainer. It turned out to be him. Looking at Chen Feng, who appeared at the competition venue, Li Fei was also suddenly stunned. He didn't expect that the next challenger to rival would be Chen Feng. This trainer is known as the most talented trainer in Shuangyang City. In just 1 month, his strength reached a level that his peers had not yet reached. Battle Tower has a 37-game winning streak. I'm looking forward to fighting you, Li Fei said to Chen Feng. Chen Feng has been very popular recently. Especially his Beedrill is invincible. Even he wanted to learn it. I am also looking forward to fighting with you, Master Li. Chen Feng replied. Li Fei is officially recognized as the strongest trainer in Shuangyang City. Chen Feng had long wanted to challenge Li Fei. As for whether there is a stronger trainer than Li Fei in the private sector, Chen Feng has no idea. But before that, someone wants to see you, Li Feiji said suddenly. Someone wants to see me. Chen Feng frowned in confusion. I don't know who Li Fei is talking about. Li Fei took out his mobile phone and made a video call. Shall we use his flamethrower? The Battle Tower of Demon City. At this time, Li Mengxue was directing the Battle of Charmeleon. After the college entrance examination, I simply rested at home for a while. Li Mengxue went to the Battle Tower in Demon City for training. In order to break through myself. Fire Dragon. A stream of scorching flames blasted out from Charmeleon and quickly shot towards the opponent's Blitzel. What a fast flame. Blitzel, get out of the way. Seeing this, Blitzel's trainer quickly instructed Blitzel to dodge. But Charmeleon's fire speed far exceeded his budget. Hot flames sprayed onto Blitzel's horse's legs. Burn Blitzel's horse's legs. Oh my god, where did this little monster come from? Charmeleon's flamethrower is so fast that Blitzel, who is good at running, couldn't dodge it. Who knows? There are so many little monsters this year. This little girl is also from Shuangyang City and has been here for some time. Although BFAE cannot compare to Chen Feng before, his ability is still outstanding among his peers. Especially her Charmeleon's Jet Fire, which is released very quickly, and few Pokemon of the same level can dodge it. She is almost strong enough to challenge junior trainers. Another person who was watching Li Mengxue fight explained. Oh my god, it's Shuangyang City again. Shuangyang City is going to take off this year, with little monsters appearing one after another. Who says he's not? It's okay that he's talented, but the key is that he's also hardworking. It would be great if my boy was half as hardworking as Chen Feng or this girl. I don't know if Chen Feng and this girl know each other. They seem to be a good match. That's true. They are both from Shuangyang City. They are quite capable in a perfect match. Everyone who watched Li Mengxue's fight talked about it with great interest. There was Chen Feng before, and now there is Li Mengxue. The key is that both of them are from Shuangyang City. Damn it, I got burned at this critical moment. I give up. Li Mengxue's rival announced his defeat with an extremely grim look on his face. Blitzel, who was injured in the leg, had no way to avoid Charmeleon's flamethrower. Continuing to fight is just waiting to lose. It would be better to just admit defeat. Thanks, Li Mengxue said lightly out of politeness. Then he took Charmeleon back into the Poké Ball and walked towards the Pokémon Center on the first floor to let Charmeleon rest. She is not as perverted as Chen Feng, who can make Beedrill fight several battles in a row without rest. After each battle, she needed to let Charmeleon rest for a while. Dadu dadu dadu. Just then, Li Mengxue's cell phone suddenly rang. It was a video call from her father Li Fei. Dad. Li Mengxue picked up the phone and looked at it puzzledly. At this time, her father should be fighting against the challenger. Li Mengxue didn't know why her father wanted to talk to her at this time. Dad. While walking towards the Pokemon Center on the first floor, Li Mengxue answered the video call from Li Fei. Dad, what's wrong? Seeing her father appear on the mobile phone screen, Ji Shui asked Ji Fei curiously. Girl, look who this is. Li Fei moved the camera to the rear position and aimed it at Chen Feng. Chen Feng's figure gradually appeared in Li Mengshue's mobile phone. BJXL. When Li Mengxue saw Chen Feng appear on the phone, she was a little surprised. I didn't expect Chen Feng to challenge their gym. Hi. Chen Feng greeted Li Mengxue towards the camera. Could it be that the one who wants to see me is Li Mengxue? Yes, it's him. Haven't you always wanted to see him? He came today. Li Fei spoke to Li Mengxue on the phone. Dad, who wants to see him? On the other side of the phone, Li Mengxue heard what her father said and stomped her stomping tantrum in anger, her pretty face slightly reddened. She just wanted to fight Chen Feng. When do you want to see him? After my father said that, why do I feel like I'm chasing after him? Oh, it's not important, it's not important. The important thing is that this kid came to challenge your dad today. Wait and see how dad beats him up, and I'll give it to you. Li Fei didn't notice any changes in his daughter. Haha, come on. When Li Mengxue heard that her father was going to retaliate it to her, a smile appeared on her face. She raised her fist slightly to cheer for her father. She was also looking forward to the scene of Chen Feng being beaten up by his father. Doctor. Chen Feng's mind was full of black lines. Apart from the one battle with Li Mengxue, I don't remember that I had ever bullied Li Mengxue. Boy, you just heard it too. I'm going to retaliate for my daughter this time. So I won't hold back in this battle. Li Fei did not hang up the phone, but put the phone aside and pointed the camera at the competition venue. He wanted to beat this guy up in front of his daughter. I couldn't ask for more. Come on. Chen Feng was not afraid at all, he even hoped that the other party would use all his strength. How brave. I like it. Go ahead, Charizard. Li Fei immediately released his strongest Pokemon, Charizard. If we say we won't hold back, we won't hold back. Idiographic period. Chapter 69. Fierce battle with Charizard. Pokemon. Charizard. Level. 54. Attribute. Fire, Flying. Ability. Blaze. When a Pokemon with this ability is exhausted, it may burst into Blaze ability, increasing the power of Fire-type moves by 1/3. Gender. Male. Moves. Wing Attack, Air Slash, Dragon Claw, Smoke, Scary Face, Fire Fang, Flame Jet, Fire Spin, Dragon Rage. Shit. Didn't I just beat your daughter once? As for using your own trump card Pokemon right away. When Chen Feng saw the opponent's Charizard, his face instantly turned dark. He really didn't leave any chance at all, and used his own trump card Pokemon right from the start. How exciting. Gym Leader G actually uses Charizard right away. Master Li is a bit of a waste of talent. Although Chen Feng is strong, there is no need for Charizard to appear. What do you know? Chen Feng's Beedrill is not as fast as normal. Didn't you just hear that Master Li was retiring for her daughter? She must be using all her strength. I'm really looking forward to this competition. Dad, what a fool. He actually used Charizard right from the start. Charizard complained as he saw the playing field midair. But the smile on her face betrayed her inner feelings. She was looking forward to Chen Feng's expression when he lost. Li Mengxue came to the Pokemon Center and gave Charmeleon to Nurse Joy. He ordered a cup of milk tea and found an empty seat to watch the game between his father and Chen Feng. The Pokemon I use is Charizard. Release your Beedrill quickly. Li Fei said impatiently. Let Chen Feng release Beedrill. As you wish. Go ahead, Beedrill. Chen Feng took out Beedrill's Poké Ball and threw it upwards. The Poké Ball flashed red. Chen Feng's Beedrill appeared beside Chen Feng. Buzz. A little wind. I'm counting on you this time, Beedrill. Rival is very powerful. Chen Feng instructed Beedrill. This was definitely the highest level Pokemon he had ever fought. Level 28. He's gotten stronger again. On the other side, Li Mengxue used the Battle Watch to check Chen Feng Beedrill's information through the images transmitted from her mobile phone. After not seeing him for a few days, his Beedrill level has risen to level 28. The difference is 28 levels. This level gap is quite big. What are you afraid of? He's only level 28. Wasn't there a 30 level difference between Beedrill and Salamence before? Can it be the same? The previous Salamence didn't have a trainer to command it. And Master Li is a high level trainer. The gap is not as big as normals. Oh my god, if you put it that way, Chen Feng is really going to be beaten up. Record it quickly. The people watching the game in the waiting room took out their mobile phones and prepared to record Chen Feng being beaten. Some people even started live streaming. Let more people watch the scene of Chen Feng being beaten. Mr. Elite, Chen Feng has gone to challenge the Shuangyan Gym. This is the live broadcast from the competition venue. Gan Fengyu's assistant handed the phone to Gan Fengyu. Oh, I want to see how far this kid has grown. When Qian Fengyu heard that it was Chen Feng's live broadcast, he instantly became interested. Put down what you are doing. He took the phone from the assistant and checked it. The screen was showing a live broadcast from a room titled, Shuangyang City Genius being beaten up. Interesting. Gan Fengyu watched the live broadcast of the game with great interest. He knew Li Fei from Shuangyan Gym. He is a high-level trainer who specializes in using fire-type Pokémon. Even elite trainers are not 100% sure that their trump card Pokémon Charizard can be defeated. Is this the Beedrill? He looks really energetic. Looking at Chen Feng's Beedrill, a gleam of light flashed in Li Fei's eyes. He did not let down his guard at all because Charizard's level was higher than Beedrill's. The strength of this Beedrill cannot be measured by the level he displays. Chen Feng, you want to attack me? Let me see your Beedrill. Li Fei asked Chen Feng to attack first. As you wish. Beedrill, let's go, Twineedle Sucker Punch. Chen Feng didn't bother to be polite with Li Fei and commanded Beedrill to attack Charizard. Buzz. After receiving Chen Feng's order, Beedrill rushed towards Charizard with two guns in hand. What a fast speed. Looking at Beedrill coming towards him quickly, Li Fei was shocked. Only after seeing this Beedrill in person can you understand how fast it is. Charizard, use Fire Spin on yourself. Li Fei commanded calmly. Fire Dragon. Charizard flapped his wings and flew into the air. Hot flames burst out of Charizard's mouth. Wrap yourself in its circle after circle. Form a flame defense layer. Prepare to break with stillness. Faced with this kind of defense, how are you going to break through? Chen Feng. Gan Fengyu looked at Chen Feng's next performance with anticipation. If Beedrill wants to break through the defense layer formed by Fire Spin, he will suffer damage from the fire. If it were any other Pokémon, it might be better. But Beedrill is a bug-type Pokémon, and it will suffer considerable damage if burned by this flame. Beedrill, use agility around Charizard. Seeing this, Chen Feng immediately came up with a countermeasure. Directing Beedrill to use agility around Charizard. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Beedrill started to rapid spin around Charizard. Due to Beedrill's rapid spin, a stream of air is created by Beedrill. A small whirlwind forms. The flames surrounding Charizard magically began to die out. Oh my god, what's going on? Is there anyone here to explain why the flames are starting to go out? For those who don't understand the principles, I suggest you retake junior high school chemistry. It's oxygen. All the oxygen around Charizard was sucked away by the storm created by Beedrill. FK. I can do this. I learned it. I learned it. Did you find a way to crack it so quickly? You are indeed worthy of being my favorite trainer. Gan Fengyu raised the corners of his mouth and praised Chen Feng. As a flying-type elite, he likes rival to use fire-type Pokémon the most. One of the necessary conditions for flame combustion is oxygen. Oxygen is part of the gas, and flying Pokémon can use some tricks to effectively draw away the air around the flame. Although Beedrill is not a flying-type Pokémon, its agility simulates flying-type moves. Sucked all the air away from Charizard. The flames surrounding Charizard then began to die out. Is this the gap between me and Chen Feng? From this round, Li Mengxue saw the command gap between herself and Chen Feng. She had never thought that agility could be used in this way. Beedrill keeps flying. Chen Feng continued to command Beedrill, wanting Charizard to suffocate in this storm. Want to suffocate Charizard? You are too naive. Charizard doesn't just have fire-type moves. Charizard, use Dragon Claw, rush out. Li Fei detected Chen Feng's purpose at a glance. No panic at all. Commanding Charizard. If it was a flying-type move of the same level, and the storm it created, he might still be afraid of it. But Beedrill's simulated storm, he didn't take it seriously at all. And, Charizard howled toward the sky and swung Dragon Claw toward the storm. Snap. The storm created by Beedrill was like normal glass and was broken by Charizard's scratch. Charizard Flame Blast. Fire Dragon. Charizard flipped in midair and turned around, spraying hot flames at Beedrill. Beedrill, dodge him, then use Twineedle Sucker Punch. Buzz. Beedrill fluttered his wings to dodge Charizard's flames while approaching Charizard with two guns in hand. Right now, Charizard, use Scary Face, then use Dragon Claw. Just as Beedrill was about to approach Charizard, a Scary Face appeared in front of Beedrill. Beedrill's body suddenly froze. However, Charizard seized the opportunity and used Dragon Claw to attack Beedrill. Oh no, Beedrill blocked it. Chen Feng was shocked. It was too late to dodge at this distance, so he quickly instructed Beedrill to block to reduce the damage to the minimum. Beedrill quickly put his two guns in front of him to block Charizard's Dragon Claw. ... Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Bang. Beedrill was like a cannonball normal, hit by Charizard, and tackled to the ground. How amazing. You are worthy of being a high-level trainer. You finished the battle in 2 rounds. It is rumored that Chen Feng's Beedrill can fight against an intermediate trainer. It seems that the gap between an intermediate trainer and an advanced trainer is not as big as normal. It's really the scene where Chen Feng was beaten up. It's so satisfying. +1, Chen Feng treated me the same way in the battle tower. Now I see Chen Feng being beaten up, I am so happy, look at the reward. All the people watching the live broadcast thought that Beedrill had lost his fighting ability. After all, Beedrill's species strength is not very good in terms of defense, not to mention that Liang's Charizard level is so much higher than Beedrill's. Are you going to lose your fighting ability just like that? Gan Fengyu continued to look at his phone, hoping that Beedrill had not lost his fighting power. I was expecting Beedrill to stand up. I'm totally crazy. Li Mengxue shook her head and drove the thought out of her mind. Seeing Beedrill being knocked to the ground by Charizard, Li Mengxue felt that she was not as happy as she had imagined. Boy, the winner is decided. I won this one. Seeing Beedrill fall to the ground, Li Fei also thought that Beedrill had lost his fighting ability. Announcing the results of the game. Master Li, it's too early to announce the winner now. My Beedrill and I will never give up so easily. Stand up, Beedrill. Through the power of Evergreen, Chen Feng could clearly feel that Beedrill was still able to fight. It hasn't lost its fighting power yet. The double guns just now blocked a lot of damage for him. What? Li Fei looked at Beedrill as if he had heard something incredible. Buzz. Only. Beedrill used the spear in his hand to support his body and stood up again. Wow, Beedrill is so strong, he can even stand up. As expected of the strongest Beedrill, he didn't lose the battle even after being hit head-on by Charizard. I'm on fire. I suggest using agility upstairs to evacuate the air around you. I told you that this guy wouldn't be defeated so easily. Beedrill is seen standing up again. Yu Fengyu smiled. I haven't lost my fighting ability. Is that the double guns from before? Beedrill is seen standing up again. Li Fei was a little bit unbelievable, thinking of the defend order issued by Chen Feng during the attack just now. Could it be that this boy even took Charizard's attack strength into account? Boy, if you don't have any other means, I'm afraid you will still be beaten up by me. Li Fei said confidently. Even if Beedrill stood up again, he was confident that he could defeat Beedrill again. Of course I have other means of attack. Beedrill, use pin missile to destroy the nearby surveillance cameras. Buzz. Countless pin missiles flew from Beedrill towards the surveillance camera. Before anyone could react, the surveillance camera had been destroyed by Beedrill. The screen went completely black. FK, what's going on? Why is the screen black? It seems that Chen Feng destroyed it. FK, why did he destroy the surveillance? The circle is watching the exciting part. Maybe there's some special trick they don't want us to have. Mad is so stingy. Chen Feng destroyed the surveillance video, which attracted countless abuses from netizens. What on earth does he want to do? Li Mengxue looked at Chen Feng curiously, not knowing what Chen Feng wanted to do. Master Li, I want to keep my next move secret. Please ask Master Li to ask the referee to leave and turn off his cell phone. Chen Feng said slowly. In order to defeat Charizard, he must use evolution to make up for the level gap. Ah, okay. I'll keep it a secret for you. Hearing Chen Feng's voice, Li Fei came back to his senses, gave the referee a look, and then turned off his phone. He understood Chen Feng's approach. Some trainers who don't want their secrets revealed to the public will do this. It's just that they will inform the gym trainers in advance and ask them to turn off the surveillance. But Chen Feng's method was too direct, he destroyed the surveillance directly. Chapter 70. Hidden Achievements. Dad, what are you doing? He actually hung up on me. Seeing that her father really hung up her video call, Li Mengxue got a little angry and threw the phone on the sofa beside her. Her cheeks are puffed up, which is very cute. Ms. Li Mengxue, we have checked your Charmeleon and everything is normal. At this moment, Nurse Joy came to Ji Mengxue in a small car. And her Charmeleon sat on it. Boy, now that everyone is gone, just use whatever tricks you have. Li Fei, who had sent the referee away, asked Chen Feng curiously. I want to know what tricks this kid is hiding. You won't be disappointed. Chen Feng smiled slightly and showed the mage bracelet on his wrist. Beedrill, let's transcend evolution together. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, a milky white evolutionary light burst out from Beedrill's body. Evolution. Li Fei looked at the scene in front of him in disbelief. Beedrill actually has a fourth stage of evolution. Li Fei finally understood why Chen Feng drove everyone away. Normal Pokemon will have 1 or 2 evolutions. And Chen Feng's Beedrill actually has the fourth stage of evolution. The more times you evolve, the greater your potential. No wonder Chen Feng's Beedrill is so strong. Li Fei attributed the reason why Chen Feng's Beedrill was so strong to Mega Evolution. Soon Mega Beedrill appeared in front of Chen Feng. You are the second person to have seen this power. Chen Feng raised his head and spoke slowly. The second one. Who is the first person? 950, Li Fei was a little surprised. He didn't expect that someone had seen this kind of power before. Chu Guocheng. A name came out of Chen Feng's mouth. It's actually him. No wonder you were able to kill Chu Guocheng. It turns out that you already had this power at that time. Hear Chen Feng's explanation. Li Fei instantly understood how Chen Feng killed Chu Guocheng. At the same time, his expression began to become serious. Chu Guocheng has the strength of a senior trainer just like him. Since Chen Feng has the ability to kill Chu Guocheng, he can also kill him. Yes, it is precisely because of this power that we can defeat Chu Guocheng. Master Li, you may not be able to retaliate for your daughter today. Looking at Beedrill after Mega Evolution, Chen Feng said confidently. If it was an ordinary Beedrill Mega Evolution, Chen Feng might not have such confidence. But this is Giovanni's exclusive Beedrill. The huge attributes brought by Mega Evolution are enough to make up for the level difference between it and Charizard. Yeah, then let me see how powerful Beedrill, who has evolved 3 times, is. The blood in Li Fei's body began to burn. He also wanted to know how strong this Beedrill was. Beedrill, show him the Twineedle Sucker Punch. Accompanied by Chen Feng's voice falling. Beedrill fluttered the 6 pairs of wings behind it and rushed towards Charizard at a high speed. Gone. No, it was because the speed was too fast, so the naked eye could not catch Beedrill's figure. What a fast speed. I didn't expect that after evolution, the speed would increase so much. Li Fei was so shocked that he couldn't even express it in words. Chen Feng's true strength has actually reached the level of a senior trainer. No, it should be said that he is stronger than a senior trainer. After all, Chu Guocheng, a senior trainer, had died in his hands. How old is he? If you tell others that he is an 18-year-old senior trainer, no one would believe it. Charizard, quick, use smokescreen. Although Li Fei was shocked, he did not slacken his command of the battle. Since we can't see the other party, let's find a way to make the other party unable to see Charizard either. Puff. Thick black smoke gushed out of Charizard's mouth, instantly covering the entire competition venue. As expected of a senior trainer, your response is really quick. Chen Feng couldn't help but sigh at the other party's reaction. It seems that the tactic of using smoke with Charmeleon during the previous battle with Li Mengxue was probably learned from his father. But compared to Li Mengxue, Ji Fei is much smarter. Faced with Beedrill's trap, he did not launch an attack immediately. Instead, continue to choose hide. Beedrill, hide. Facing Charizard's bide, Chen Feng also chose to hide. Let's play hide and seek together to see who has the best patience. Sooner or later the smoke will clear. What a sly fellow. Charizard, use Heat Wave on a large scale. Seeing that Chen Feng was also prepared to remain in place, Li Fei had no choice but to let Charizard use Heat Wave on a large scale to attack Beedrill. Beedrill's location cannot be found now. Even if this large-scale attack cannot hit Beedrill, it can force Beedrill out of his position. Fire Dragon. The scorching air waves surged across the competition venue indiscriminately, layer after layer. Fly up and get away from him. Beedrill immediately flapped his 6 pairs of wings and flew towards the sky above the competition venue. Charizard, spin aside, use Flamethrower. After finding Beedrill's location, Li Fei began to exert his strength to continue commanding Charizard to continue attacking Beedrill. And Charizard flapped his wings and flew upwards. When flying in the air, Charizard's body suddenly spun, and hot flames spread out from Charizard's mouth in circles. Although this will reduce the power of Flamethrower, it will increase Charizard's hit rate. This is also because Beedrill is so fast. Charizard was unable to capture Beedrill's position. This is the only way to hit Beedrill. There are so many different ways. But in the face of absolute strength, everything is in vain. Beedrill, dodge him and use Twineedle's Sucker Punch. Buzz. Beedrill acted like a normal Pokémon, darting around the playing field at high speed, dodging Charizard's attacks. Puff. There was a flash of light. Beedrill appears behind Charizard. At the same time, Charizard's movements came to an abrupt halt and he began to fall downwards. Plop. Charizard fell hard onto the ground. What a strong attack. Li Fei was deeply shocked. Unexpectedly, after the second evolution, Beedrill not only had a significant increase in speed, but also in attack power. Well, Master Li, I was right, you can't retaliate for your daughter. Chen Feng asked Li Fei. Your Beedrill is indeed very strong. But if you want to win, you're still a long way off. Burn up, Charizard, Li Fei yelled at Charizard. Woo. As soon as Li Fei finished speaking, the flame on Charizard's tail lying on the ground suddenly burned violently. Normal is like a big fireball. This is it. Fierce fire. Chen Feng stared at the Charizard that was burning with flames with his eyes wide open. That's right, it's Mengmi. When my Charizard's health is at risk, he can activate the fire ability at 100%. Li Fei said confidently. The Raging Fire ability is his last trump card. I didn't expect that I would be forced to use my trump card by a teenager. 100% activation of the Fierce Fire ability. Master Li, the strength of your Charizard should have reached the elite level. Chen Feng asked with his eyes narrowed. Charizard with Pyro and Charizard without Pyro are two completely different Pokémon. Charizard, who can fully activate the fire ability, is definitely at the elite level. Ha 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 ha. Charizard is the only Pokémon I have that has reached the elite level, so I am still a high-level trainer. Ha 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 ha. Li Fei scratched his head embarrassedly. Against a young boy, he actually used his elite strength. This is indeed a bit bullying. How shameless. Chen Feng cursed without any hesitation. Ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, I can't help it. Your Beedrill is too strong. Facing Chen Feng's scolding, Ji Fei was not angry at all. Instead he burst into laughter. Tisk, Beedrill, I'll give you a fatal blow, Twineedle's Sucker Punch. Chen Feng, if we were in the wild, I might not be your rival. But, indoors, you are not my rival. Charizard. Use Heat Wave at maximum power. Li Fei immediately commanded Charizard to counterattack. Charizard with the fire ability will only increase the power of fire-type moves. It will not increase his other attributes. If I get hit by Beedrill, it is definitely a loss of combat effectiveness. Charizard has a bloody mouth that blasts out hot air. With the help of the Raging Fire ability, layer after layer of scorching air waves covered the entire competition venue. Li Fei is right. In the wild, even if Charizard activates the fire ability, he will not be Beedrill rival. However, indoors, the space is limited, and the heat wave under the Fierce Fire ability directly covers the entire competition venue. No matter how fast Beedrill is, he can't dodge. Beedrill, since you can't hide, just charge. Buzz. Beedrill vibrated its 6 pairs of wings, enduring the pain brought by the heat wave, and rushed towards Charizard. Charizard, increase your firepower. Roar. Heat wave raises the temperature to another level. Beedrill, hold on, don't lose to him. However, just as Beedrill was about to get close to Charizard, Beedrill could no longer endure the burning caused by the heat wave. Beedrill lost his power and fell from midair, degenerating back to his normal form. His eyes became like mosquito coils and he lost his fighting ability. At the same time, Charizard's physical strength was exhausted and he fell to the ground, losing his ability to fight. Ding! Your Beedrill defeated the level 54 Charizard and gained 3,980 experience points. Ding! You have gained a combat value of 135, and your current combat value is 3,135. The voices of the two systems entered Chen Feng's mind. No movement, no movement. The battle should be over. Who won and who won? Needless to say, Master Li definitely won, the level difference is there. That's true, but I don't know what Chen Feng's secret weapon is. Because Chen Feng destroyed all the surveillance cameras, other people in the gym were unable to watch the battle. The only way is to go to the competition venue, listen to the noise inside through the wall, and speculate the outcome of the game. I don't know how the game went, and whether my dad beat up Chen Feng. After getting her Charmeleon back, Li Mengxue did not immediately continue to fight in the battle tower. Instead, continue to wait for the results of the game at the Pokemon Center. She wanted to know who won in the end and how. They died together. Looking at Beedrill and Charizard lying in the middle of the playing field. Chen Feng was stunned for a long time. I didn't expect it to end this way. It seems that we didn't win this time, Li Fei said as he took Charizard back into his Poké Ball. Although Li Fei said this, in his heart he only knew that he had lost this battle. Beedrill has a lot of potential that has yet to be tapped. And his Charizard has very little room to grow. When we fight again next time, I am afraid I will not be the rival of this boy. How can this be possible without a clear winner? If I remember correctly, the rules of the game require the use of 2 Pokemon. Chen Feng also put Beedrill back into the Pokemon and took out Melodic's Poké Ball from his waist. Want to continue fighting and share the high ground with Li Fei? Good boy, since you want to fight, I will accompany you to the end. 3.4 inches go, Rapidash. Seeing that Chen Feng still wanted to continue fighting, Li Fei threw out his second Pokemon. A level 42 Rapidash. Let's go ahead and tear each other apart. As the Poké Ball flashes red, Melodic appeared at the competition venue. Rapidash, Fire Spin, Melodic, Water Gun, boom. The water gun and fire spin collided together, and a burst of water vapor erupted. The fight has started, and it has started again. My god, this fight has been going on for so long and it's not over yet. FK, I really want to go in and take a look. Hearing the noise coming from the competition venue, everyone started talking again. The noise of the battle did not stop until 10 minutes later. I lost. Looking at Melodic who had lost his fighting ability, Chen Feng admitted defeat. The gap between the levels still made Melodic slightly inferior to Rapidash. Luckily, this is yours. Looking at Melodic who had lost his fighting ability, Li Fei breathed a sigh of relief and took out a double flame badge from his pocket and handed it to Chen Feng. He didn't expect that Chen Feng's Melodic actually had a special skill. The freezing ray and water gun he released could control turning. He looked at it several times. Fortunately Rapidash was at a higher level, so he defeated Melodic. Thank you very much. Chen Feng did not refuse and took the Shuangyang badge directly. The double flame badge is a badge composed of 2 connected sun patterns. Ding! Congratulations to the host for completing the hidden achievement, obtaining the gym badge for the first time, and summoning a member of Team Rocket once. Just as Chen Feng took over the badge, a system voice sounded in Chen Feng's mind. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 72, True Genius. Hidden Achievement. Hearing the voice coming from his mind, Chen Feng froze in place. After being in this world for more than a month, I found out that the system still has this hidden function. System, what are the hidden achievements? Chen Feng muttered to himself. Ding, host, please explore on your own. A mechanical voice responded to Chen Feng in his mind. Well, it's worthy of being a hidden achievement. Chen Feng didn't care about it. Hiding achievements was an unexpected surprise. It's nothing. You deserve it. You are very strong. I can win only because of my level. I'm afraid I won't be your rival next time. Li Fei admitted it openly. The reason he was able to win this time was entirely because his Pokemon level was higher than Chen Feng's. After a while, I'm afraid I won't be Chen Feng's rival anymore. If I remember correctly, it has only been a little over a month since Chen Feng owned Pokemon. This kind of talent was the strongest he had ever seen in his life, bar none. At this rate, it might not take a year for Chen Feng to reach the elite level. Elites who are under 20 years old are terrifying just to think about. Then I'll challenge you again next time. Chen Feng smiled. Ha ha ha, forget it, I can't stand your torture anymore. Li Fei laughed and waved his hand to refuse Chen Feng. I had managed to save my face with great difficulty, and I didn't want to lose it like this. Master Li, if there is nothing else, I will take my leave first. After getting the badge, Chen Feng chatted with Li Fei for a while and they exchanged contact information. Chen Feng resigned to Li Fei and prepared to leave the museum. Having just completed a hidden achievement, the system rewarded him with a chance to draw a Team Rocket character. Chen Feng wanted to see who he could summon out this time. Okay, come and play often when you have time. Li Fei nodded, then took Chen Feng to the entrance of the gym. Why haven't you come out yet? I don't know. Who won? I'm so anxious. With a click, the door to the gym's competition venue slowly opened. The figures of Li Fei and Chen Feng appeared in front of everyone. It's coming out. It's coming out. Seeing Li Fei and Chen Feng coming out, everyone quickly surrounded them. Master Li, I'm leaving first. After leaving the competition venue, Chen Feng said goodbye to Li Fei again. Only then did he leave the Shuangyan gym. Master Li, who wins? Yes, Master Li, who won in the end? After Chen Feng left, everyone surrounded Li Fei and asked curiously. Of course I won. Li Fei replied proudly. Chen Feng definitely has the potential to become an elite. I will have something to brag about in the future. Chen Feng once lost to me. I told you, how could Chen Feng be Master Li's rival? I told you a long time ago that Master Li is a high-level trainer and he uses the trump card Pokemon Charizard. How could Chen Feng possibly win? I guess Chen Feng must have been afraid that the video of him being beaten would be posted online, so he destroyed the camera. Everyone was talking about it, and they felt a lot more balanced when they heard that Chen Feng was defeated by Li Fei. Sometimes people are like this. If they can't do something themselves, they also hope that others can't do it either. Xiao Mao, tell the front desk not to arrange any more challengers. Li Fei ignored the discussions around him. Arranged to the referee. His 6 main Pokemon, the 3 strongest ones, Charizard and Chen Feng's Beedrill, died together. Rapidash was also seriously injured in the battle with Melodic. Ninetales had consumed a lot of energy in previous matches. The 3 strongest Pokemon either lose their combat effectiveness or are unable to participate in subsequent battles. The remaining 3 Pokemon are not very strong and cannot participate in too many games. By the time he finishes fighting the remaining challengers, the stamina of his other 3 Pokemon will be almost exhausted. No more challengers will be able to continue participating. Of course your dad wins. After arranging all this, Fei sent a message to tell Li Mengxue the result of the competition. I know my dad is the best. Looking at the message sent by her father, Li Mengxue smiled. Who doesn't want their father to win? Of course. Your father is the best fighter in Shuangyang City. It's just a small Chen Feng, nothing to be afraid of. Li Fei began to brag about how great he was in front of his daughter. Cut. Although Li Mengxue knew that her father was bragging, she was still proud of him. The fact that she can stand out among her peers has a lot to do with her husband. By the way, Dad, how strong is Chen Feng? Li Mengxue asked curiously. Since she lost to Chen Feng last time, she has never fought against Chen Feng again. I want to know how strong Chen Feng is now. I can only say that Chen Feng possesses strength that is not inferior to that of a senior trainer. He is the strongest trainer I have ever seen among people of my age. Seeing the message sent by his daughter, Li Fei was silent for a moment and then answered truthfully. He believed his daughter could accept this fact. Is he already so strong? Looking at the message sent by her father, Li Mengxue fell into deep thought. She had just reached the threshold of a junior trainer, but Chen Feng already possessed strength that was not inferior to that of a senior trainer. Shalwa, we have to work harder. Li Mengxue was not discouraged, but became more motivated and cheered Charmeleon on. Charmeleon's Poké Ball shook twice, responding to Ji Mengxue. At the same time, the battle between Chen Feng and Li Fei had just ended. Yu Fengyu's secretary immediately conveyed the latest news to Gan Fengyu. Mr. Elite, the result of the competition is out. Chen Feng lost. Did you lose? Any details? Gan Fengyu asked curiously. The outcome did not surprise him. Although Chen Feng was strong, he was still a little behind the senior trainers. He wanted to know the details of the game and see what Chen Feng's current strength was. Have you made any progress during this period? No, only Li Fei knows the specific situation of 403. However, after the battle with Chen Feng, Yu Fei asked the front desk to stop arranging challengers. The secretary answered truthfully. After Chen Feng destroyed the surveillance, only Chen Feng and Li Fei knew the specific situation of the game. Is that so? It seems that our little genius is about to become a senior trainer. Yu Fengyu sighed. Li Fei asked the front desk to arrange a fight for him. It only proves one thing, that Li Fei doesn't have many Pokemon left to use. Although Li Fei won, his main Pokemon was definitely hit hard. Sir Elite, this is impossible. How old is he and he is about to become a senior trainer? The secretary was a little skeptical when he heard this. Chen Feng is only 18 years old. At this age, anyone who can become a junior trainer is a genius. And Mr. Elite just said that Chen Feng is about to become a senior trainer. How is this possible? No, you do not understand how rapidly such diligent genius can progress. Gan Fengyu shook his head. There is a kind of terrible people in the world. That's what people like Chen Feng, who are both talented and hardworking, do. This kind of person is a true genius. He cannot be measured by ordinary people. And Chen Feng happens to be such a person. According to the information he investigated. Ever since Chen Feng got Beedrill, he has been fighting no less than 10 games every day. This is almost as intense as the battles between gym trainers. He is not strong. Chapter 73. Team Rocket's first elite member. Thank you for your hard work today, Beedrill, Melodic. Back home, Chen Feng released Beedrill and Melodic. Use the power of Evergreen to begin healing them both. Mei, sorry, Zhaofeng. Melodic looked a little depressed and lowered his head to admit his mistake to Chen Feng. Don't take it personally, Melodic, I don't blame you. The opponent's level is so much higher than yours, you have done a great job. Chen Feng comforted Melodic. Beautiful, I won't lose again. Melodic looked determined as he enjoyed Chen Feng's touch. Let's do our best together. After restoring Melodic and Beedrill, Chen Feng prepares to summon Team Rocket characters. His current Rocket's team is a bunch of trash. A strong trainer is urgently needed to support the situation. How is the loyalty of the characters summoned by the system? Chen Feng asked silently in his heart. This was also the first time for him to summon a character, so he didn't know the specific situation. What if a powerful guy is summoned and is disloyal to you? What if you kill yourself? So it's better to be cautious. Ding, the summoned character Earl Dervish's loyalty is 100, full value 100, and the subsequent situation will depend on the personality charm of the host. Special attention. All summoned characters have their own independent thoughts. The system's voice echoed in Chen Feng's mind. Do you have your own independent thoughts? That's not bad, Chen Feng murmured after hearing this. He is confident in his personal charm. System, start summoning Team Rocket members. Chen Feng decided to start summoning Team Rocket members. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, a blue virtual screen appeared in front of him. Hundreds of character portraits appeared on the virtual screen. There is also a start button at the bottom. What the hell? Why are Maxie, Archie and the others in here too? Chen Feng looked at the character portrait that appeared on the virtual screen with some shock. In addition to Team Rocket's original executive, there are also members of other region evil organizations such as Maxie, Archie, Cyrus, Jetsis, etc. Could the Team Rocket the system is talking about be Team Rainbow Rockets? If I draw people like Maxie and Archie, I'm afraid I won't be able to suppress them with my current strength. Chen Feng began to feel conflicted. These people are different from ordinary executives. They have strong ambitions. One of the reasons for joining Team Rainbow Rockets is revenge. The second is that Giovanni's strength can suppress them. But now he only has the strength of a senior trainer. If he really draws the leaders of other regions, with his current personal charm, he will never be able to convince them, and they will definitely rebel and establish their own regime in the future. It is equivalent to adding a powerful rival to yourself. Chen Feng was deeply conflicted. Although the chances of drawing them are very small. But it's better to be cautious. Half an hour later, Chen Feng hesitated for a long time, and finally decided to start summoning. Press the button to start the call. Then a flashing box jumped back and forth between hundreds of character portraits. Wherever the box stops, that character will be summoned. We need an executive who is both strong and loyal. We need an executive who is strong and loyal. Chen Feng kept praying. The current Rockets team is just a bunch of minions and they are in urgent need of a strong trainer to hold the team together. Ding, this time you drew Team Rocket executive Sabrina. Should we start the summoning? The voices of two systems came into Chen Feng's mind. Watch as the final box stops at Sabrina's portrait. Chen Feng was stunned for a long time. I didn't expect that I would be so lucky. I actually drew Sabrina. Saffron City Sabrina, Fuchsia City Koga, and Vermilion City Ma Zishi are all one of the three executives of Team Rocket in the special episode. And Sabrina is the most special among these three. Not to mention its trainers are very strong. Sabrina alone possesses an extremely powerful psychic, and when paired with psychic-type Pokemon, there are very few trainers of the same level who can defeat Sabrina. Summon, start summoning, Chen Feng shouted impatiently. Start summoning Sabrina. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, a white hole appeared in front of him. A tall woman slowly walked out of the white hole. It's Sabrina, who has been working as an actor for several years. Looking at the woman in front of him, Chen Feng exclaimed. Sabrina was wearing a pink suspender top that exposed her belly button, and her light blue, slightly curly long hair fell on her smooth shoulders, showing her mature charm. This is a pair of white jeans. On the left wrist is a mage bracelet. Apparently, he also has the ability to Mega Evolution. Compared with the previous Sabrina, the adult Sabrina is more feminine, stronger, more cheerful and easier to get along with. Name: Sabrina. Organization: Rockets. Age: 21. Strength: Elite. Pokemon: Alakazam Idiographic, Mr. Mime Idiographic, Venomoth. Special ability: Psychic. This person possesses Psychic that is as good as Psychic Pokemon. Hobbies: Actor. Elite level. It's elite level. Looking at Sabrina's message, Chen Feng's breathing quickened. In the special episodes Fire Red, Leaf Green, Yellow, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Sabrina's strength is not at the elite level. What Chen Feng didn't expect was that Sabrina's strength not only did not decrease because of the member actor, but it went to a higher level and became an elite level trainer. Their Team Rocket finally welcomed its first elite level member. Welcome, Sabrina. Chen Feng calmed down his excitement, stretched out a hand and welcomed Sabrina. Are you the new leader of Team Rocket? I am willing to serve you, Mr. Chen Feng. Sabrina stretched out a hand, looked Chen Feng up and down, and touched him lightly with her fingertips. Yes, I am the new leader of Team Rocket. Sabrina, you should learn about this world first. Chen Feng nodded, turned on the computer, and let Sabrina learn about the world through the internet. The system just said that the summoned character Earl Dervish's loyalty is full. Later, you need to rely on your personal charm to attract them and make them loyal to you. Unlike Maxie, Archie and others, they don't have any ambitions. Chen Feng was not worried at all that Sabrina would turn against him. No problem. Sabrina sat in front of the computer and began to understand the world through the internet. Half an hour later. What a backward world. They don't even know about Mega Evolution. After reading this information, Sabrina couldn't help but sigh at the backwardness of this world. Not to mention Mega Evolution, many of the Pokemon she was familiar with could not be found in this world. He knows a lot more about Pokemon than she does. The only thing that interested her was the culture of this world. As an actor, she liked the culture of Yanhuang. Yes, the research on Pokemon is still very backward, and many things have not yet been discovered by humans. This is the best time for our Rockets team to rise again. Chen Feng nodded. The knowledge he possesses is the most valuable thing he has ever gained in this world. This knowledge alone would allow him to live a life of ease and comfort. Sir Chen Feng, if you need anything, I can help you. Sabrina asked Chen Feng. Just as Chen Feng said, this world is the best time for Team Rocket to rise. Team Rocket was established not long ago, and its members are just a bunch of small fry, without any outstanding combat experience. I need you to train them and improve their strength as quickly as possible. Chen Feng didn't bother to be polite with Sabrina and directly gave her the task. Let Sabrina train Zhang Shuiwei and others. With elite level character training, the efficiency is definitely much more efficient than Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Good King is good. Training Team Rocket members. That sounds like fun. Sabrina smiled playfully after hearing this. I've accepted this mission. Hearing Sabrina's agreement, Chen Feng told Sabrina some details and asked Sabrina to go to warehouse area number 8 to train Zhang Shuiwei and others. Leave it to me next time, Sabrina said, flipping her hair. She was a decisive person, and after getting the address, she prepared to go to warehouse area number 8. Before leaving, Sabrina suddenly turned around and said, Sir Chen Feng, you also need to improve your strength as soon as possible. Otherwise, with this kind of strength, I'm afraid we won't be able to convince the Rockets. Sabrina reminded Chen Feng. Don't worry about this. In less than a year, my strength will surpass yours. Chen Feng smiled slightly. The reason why so many people are loyal to Boss Giovanni is not only because of Giovanni's personal charm, but also because of his strength. Both are indispensable. I'm looking forward to it. After saying that, Sabrina turned around and left Chen Feng's house, heading towards warehouse area number 8. Zhang Shuiwei and his group are being tortured by Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Little did they know that they were about to face an instructor who was even more terrifying than Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Chapter 74. Sabrina establishes her authority. It should be here. Sabrina used Psychic to float in midair, holding a paper map to compare her position. She came to this world for the first time and felt a little unfamiliar with it. Fortunately, she is no longer the little Stephanie who knew nothing. Sabrina closed her eyes and released the psychic in her. Circle after circle of psychic power spreads out in all directions like normal ripples. Be aware of your surroundings. There's a fight. Not long after, Sabrina slowly opened her eyes. According to her perception, there were some people fighting each other not far away. Sabrina flashed and used teleport to disappear from her original position, heading to the fighting site to find out what was going on. Houndour, use flamethrower. Prince Bo uses water gun. At the same time, in the number 8 warehouse area, Zhang Tianyu was training with Zhang Shuiwei. Their current strength is too weak. Nidoking and Nidoqueen can't last long if they stay together. The effectiveness of this training method is too low. There was no other way, they had to fight each other in pairs to improve their fighting experience first. Then let Nidoking and Nidoqueen train them. Dodrio, try attack, block the flamethrower. Zubat, air cutter attacks Prince Po. Zhang Shuiwei responded calmly. After watching so many game videos for so many years, he knows how to deal with this situation. Use Dodrio's try attack to fend off the attacks of Houndour and Prince Po. Then 740 attacks the slower moving Prince Wave. This move can definitely hit the target. Boom. Prince Po and Houndour's attacks were all intercepted by Dodrio's try attack. Then a sharp air cutter flew out from Zubat's wings and slashed towards Prince Bo at a high speed. It's no use, my Prince Bo's defense is very strong. Stop Prince Bo for me. Facing Zubat's attack, Zhang Tianyu did not panic at all and was ready to use Prince Bo's defense to block it. Prince Bo's strong twin fins acted like a shield, blocking Zubat's air cutter. It's our turn to strike back Prince Po, use Whirlpool. After blocking Zubat's attack, Zhang Tianyu commanded Prince Bo to counterattack. But at this moment, a young woman suddenly appeared in the center of the battlefield without any warning. This person is none other than Sabrina. The battle fluctuations that Sabrina just sensed were the battle between Zhang Shuiwei and others. What a nice view. The moment Zhang Tianyu saw Sabrina, he was stunned for a moment and was attracted by her beauty. Not good. Stop it, Prince Bo. At this moment, Zhang Tianyu suddenly thought of something and quickly reminded Prince Bo. But it was too late. The vortex of normal's trend has been launched from Prince Bo's mouth. Be careful, Zhang Tianyu quickly reminded the woman. However, a magical scene happened. The woman just looked back at Whirlpool. Whirlpool, which was originally heading towards the woman, miraculously turned around and attacked the prince. Bang! Prince Bo was blown away by his own Whirlpool. Looking at the scene in front of them, Zhang Shuiwei and Zhang Tianyu were stunned. What just happened? Whirlpool has reversed the situation. What's going on with Viagra? I don't know, it seems like a woman came. FK, woman, go take a look. The movement from Zhang Shuiwei's side quickly attracted the attention of others. They came to watch. All 19 of them were men, not a single woman. And Sabrina is the only woman among them. She's so beautiful, just like a celebrity. I just don't know if she has a boyfriend. Don't even think about it. I wouldn't fall for you even if I didn't. Who said that? Maybe this young lady is also a member of our Team Rocket. I'm going to show my strength later. She admires me. Is our Rockets finally going to have a girl? If he really is from our Rockets team, he will definitely be the group's favorite. What's wrong with Wei Zhe and Xiao Yu? Why do they look like this and don't say anything? The Rocket team members who gathered around looked at Sabrina, who appeared at the battle site. Everyone was talking and guessing who Sabrina was. Who the hell are you? Zhang Shuiwei was not fooled by Sabrina's beauty. He looked at Sabrina warily and asked in a low voice. As a recruiter of these people, Zhang Shuiwei knows very well what the Rockets will do in the future. If Rookie came, Boss Giovanni would have informed himself. However, he did not receive any information about Rocket's Rookie. And the woman in front of me is weird. There was no sign, it just appeared suddenly. It's just like using teleport. And Prince Bo's Whirlpool just now spun around for no apparent reason. After hearing this, Sabrina's mouth corners slightly raised. I was really lucky, I found it right away. If her guess was correct, These people should be the newly recruited members of Team Rocket that Chen Feng had told her about. They are indeed a bunch of miscellaneous fish. There isn't even a single elite member. Please introduce yourself, Team Rocket Executive Sabrina. Boss Giovanni said you were too weak, so he asked me to train you. Sabrina looked around and spoke slowly. Wow. As soon as Sabrina finished speaking, there was a sudden clamor of doubt around her. Team Rocket Executive. It must be fake. A woman came to train us. He looks about the same age as us, what can he teach us? Team Rockets was just established, right? How could they already have an executive? Hush. Beautiful lady, if you can beat me I will let you teach me. The Team Rocket members around him didn't believe what Sabrina had just said. Some people even whistled at Sabrina because she was pretty. It's because Sabrina looks too young and unconvincing. Besides, their Rockets team had just been established, how could they possibly have executive level members? Naturally, they didn't believe what Sabrina said. It doesn't matter. You will believe it later. Nazi didn't take these people's disbelief to heart at all. Sabrina slowly raised one arm. Suddenly, the arm slid down quickly. As Sabrina's arm slid down, a gravity space composed of psychic suddenly formed. Crushed all these people into the dirt. Everybody fell flat on their face. Especially those who just teased Sabrina, it was even more serious. Even the dark type Hyguru could not escape this gravity space. The evil type is indeed immune to the psychic type. But the prerequisite is that the gap in strength between the two sides is not too big. Faced with a humanoid Pokemon like Sabrina, the Zunless have no room to resist. He was pinned to the ground and unable to move, just like the other members of Team Rocket. What the hell? What happened? I can't move. Me too, I feel like there are hundreds of pounds of weight pressing down on my body. What the hell is going on? Could this be the legendary Psychic? Don't lie, how could Psychic be like this? No, I'm going to die. Let me go, I can't breathe, cough cough cough. I was wrong, let me go. Damn it, I can't even move my body. There were wailing sounds on the ground, begging for mercy from Sabrina. Although I don't know what exactly happened, I can be sure that it has something to do with this beautiful girl. In this gravity space, their bodies are constantly suffering from painful squeezing. Although there is no danger to life, it is extremely uncomfortable. Now you believe it? Sabrina asked everyone. Believe, we believe. Goddess, please let us go. I can't breathe. We believe. I've seen Sabrina's methods. Everyone had no choice but to believe what Sabrina said. Hearing the Team Rocket members believe what she said. Only then did Sabrina slow down the gravity of the gravity space. Allow everyone to stand up instead of lying on the ground. Sabrina plans to let them undergo special training in this gravity space. As the first batch of Team Rocket members, these people's strength was not even in her eyes. Both their willpower and strength were far from what she had imagined Team Rocket to be. Wait until they get used to this level of gravity. She will also continue to increase the intensity of gravity. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 75. Ultra Ball is released. The winner of this battle is Chen Feng from Shuangyang City. Thank you for your hard work, Melodic. Following the referee's decision, Chen Feng put Melodic back into the Poké Ball. Chen Feng, you are very powerful. I am convinced of my defeat. This is Badger. Sha Yang, the trainer of the Titmouse Gym, walked up to Chen Feng and handed the badge that symbolized the Titmouse Gym to Chen Feng. He lost this game sincerely. He would give in to ordinary challengers. But when fighting against Chen Feng, he used all his strength. In the end, I still lost. Admit it, Enkante. Chen Feng didn't bother to be polite with He Yang and directly took the badge. Yamatsu Gym is also another flying-type gym in Shuangyang City. Although his strength is not as good as Li Fei from the Shuangyan Gym. But also a formidable trainer. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a gym trainer. It took Chen Feng a lot of effort to take over this gym. Including this badge, the 4 badges required for the junior trainer registration qualification are complete. Since summoning Sabrina, Chen Feng has been challenging gyms and collecting badges these 2 days. In just 2 days, Chen Feng collected all 4 badges required to qualify as a junior trainer. It's so exciting. I didn't expect that Chen Feng is not only powerful in Beedrill, but also Melodic is so strong that he can even control the freezing light to turn. Yeah, he's too strong. I don't know how Chen Feng trained himself. I wish I could do that too. Master Sha is a mid-level trainer, but Chen Feng actually beat him. Doesn't this mean that Chen Feng's strength has reached that of an intermediate trainer? Intermediate trainer? My god, he's only had Pokemon for how many days? An intermediate trainer in less than 2 months. I'm jealous. I feel jealous too. Don't be jealous. Go check out Chen Feng's battle records. He fights an average of 10 battles a day. Can you do it? A few days ago, news of Chen Feng being beaten up by Li Fei spread online, causing many people to laugh at Chen Feng. Think that Chen Feng overestimates his abilities. But today, through the battle video transmitted from the waiting room, everyone was impressed by Chen Feng's strength. At least they couldn't fight back and forth with Master Sha like Chen Feng did. Even defeated Master Sha. Strangeness. The strength he has shown so far should not be able to severely injure Li Fei. What exactly is his secret weapon? On the other side is the top of the Demon City Battle Tower. Gan Fengyu stroked his chin and thought. He paid attention to every gym challenge of Chen Feng. However, the strength Chen Feng displayed in the video is not enough to inflict heavy damage on Jiku. The only explanation is that Chen Feng has a way to improve his combat effectiveness. This method enabled Chen Feng to possess the strength of a senior trainer. It seems that we can only know when he comes to the battle tower to challenge us. Watching Chen Feng's game video, Yu Fengyu nodded and made a decision in his heart. System, open the attribute panel. After leaving the Tit Gym, Chen Feng opened his attribute panel and began to check his basic information. Host. Chen Feng. Pokemon available. Giovanni's exclusive Beedrill, level 29, Melodic, level 26, Zubat, level 15, Harroguru, level 17, Nidoking, level 54, Nidoqueen, level 52, Charmeleon, level 37, Honchkrow, level 33. Special ability. Evergreen Power, heal Pokemon, sense Pokemon's inner thoughts, help Pokemon break through racial restrictions. Eye of Insight. Able to see through information about everything. Battle value. 3,700. Current task. Train or recruit 10 junior trainers, 1/10. Mission reward. Mission reward. Summon a Team Rocket executive. Current task. Obtain Mew Gene. Mission reward. Mewtwo research experiment data. Current mission. Destroy the Qingyan sect and become the largest dark organization in the Yanhuang region. Mission rewards. Depends on completion. Current subsystem. Combat value lottery, combat value mall. After 2 days of challenging the gym trainer provided Chen Feng with huge combat value. Now the combat value has soared to 3,700. If he hadn't wanted to save it up to exchange for Porygon production technology, he would have used it to participate in the lottery a long time ago. Open black lens bracket Li Junhua. Congratulations to the boss for winning 4 badges. Close black lens bracket. Just then, Chen Feng just received a message from Li Junhua. Chen Feng. How do you know I got 4 badges? Please give me flowers. Chen Feng asked doubtfully. I had just won my 4th badge when Li Junhua found out right after. Li Junhua. Boss, you don't know yet, you are a well-known figure in Shuangyang City, and your battles have been broadcast live by netizens. Li Junhua explained with some shock. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. So that's how it is. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng himself did not expect that he would be so popular in Shuangyang City, and that someone would even live broadcast the process of his challenging the gym. Chen Feng. Uncle Li, you sent me a message not just to celebrate me getting my 4th badge, right? Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. If I am not mistaken, the Ultra Ball should be produced. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng guessed. Li Junhua probably wouldn't have anything else to ask me except company matters. Open black lens bracket Li Junhua. The boss is really smart. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Li Junhua. Yes, the Ultra Ball has been produced, and I would like to hold a press conference next week. Close black lens bracket. Li Junhua said truthfully. It has been some time since the factory started recruiting workers. He came to Chen Feng today just to tell Chen Feng that Ultra Ball has been produced. Chen Feng provided all the technology for Ultra Ball. The machines are all ready. The rest is pretty straightforward. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. How is the performance? Have you done any tests? Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng continued to ask. The most important statistic for determining the quality of a Poké Ball is its performance. If the performance is not good, no matter how much high tech you put in it, it will be useless. Li Junhua. Don't worry, boss. We have already gone through preliminary tests and the capture rate is 1/3 higher than the best Pokemon on the market. Due to time constraints, Li Junhua only tested the capture rate of Poké Balls. As Chen Feng said before, the capture rate of Ultra Ball is 1/3 higher than the best Poké Ball of Thunder Company on the market. After the other data are measured in the next 2 days, there will be no major problems. Their Ultra Ball can beat all Poké Balls on the market. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng, that's fine. If there are no other questions, let's hold a press conference in a week. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng was looking forward to what kind of expressions people in this world would have when Ultra Ball was released. Chapter 76. Provincial Capital No. 1 Scholar. Yanhuang Region, July 12th, another 3 days have passed. Maybe in other regions this is just an ordinary July 12th. But for Yanhuang Region, today is the day that many senior high school students are most concerned about. After a month, the results of the National College Entrance Examination are finally out. Shuangyang No. 11 Middle School, Senior Year Office. The results are out, the results are out. Quickly take a look at who is the top scholar in Shuangyang City. Several high school teachers gathered in front of a computer, checking the scores of their school's candidates through the education system. First place, Chen Feng, total cultural score, 787 points, Pokemon written test, 100 points, practical test, 100 points, total, 987 points, city ranking, 1, provincial capital ranking, 1 inch. The head teacher read slowly. As the head teacher's voice slowly fell, the whole office fell silent in an instant, and everyone was stunned. The full score is 790 points, 330, Chen Feng scored 987 points. First in the urban area. First in the provincial capital. Isn't this the provincial capital's top scorer in the college entrance examination? Their school actually produced a provincial champion. Teacher Feng, congratulations, congratulations. Congratulations, teacher. Teacher Feng, please treat us. We must treat you tonight. The teachers around congratulated Feng Yi enviously. Chen Feng is Feng Yi's student. Chen Feng passed the provincial exam and became the top scorer. Feng Yi gave him a lot of bonus money this time. Of course, of course. Feng Yi responded to the other teachers. Her face was full of smiles. Chen Feng's grades in the class have always been above average. She herself did not expect that Chen Feng would become the top scholar in their provincial capital. What on earth is going on with this kid Chen Feng? He suddenly became a top student in their province, and also showed outstanding talent as a trainer. Why didn't I realize he had such great potential before? Look who's in second place. Ooh. At this moment, the sound of a cell phone came from Feng Yi. Hello, principal. Okay, we'll be there soon. Feng Yi picked up the phone and answered. The person who called him was the principal of their school. The principal just told him that the admissions officers from Tito University, Jinjiang University, and Yuba University are here. In his office now. Allow yourself to go over there. The principal's office of Shuangyang No. 11 Middle School. At this time, in addition to the principal, there were also admissions officers from 3 schools. Didu University and Jinjiang University are both double first-class universities in the North China Theater. Yuba University is the most famous university in Anhui Province. Colleges and universities have their own pathways. When they learned that a student with a score of 987 appeared in Shuangyang No. 11 Middle School, they all learned from admissions teachers to recruit students. Everyone, please have some tea first. Chen Feng's head teacher will be here soon, so please be patient. Principal Yao Yewei comforted the admissions teachers from several universities who were waiting here. In addition to the students' self-registration, college admissions in Yanhuang region also allow outstanding students to register in advance. However, according to the regulations of Yanhuang region, admissions teachers cannot go to the candidates' homes privately to admit them. If they want to be admitted in advance, they must be accompanied by a teacher from the candidate's original school. That's why the admissions teachers from these universities gathered in the president's office. It's okay. Our Yuba University is local, so we have plenty of time to wait. But the teachers from Tito University and Jinjiang University look a little anxious. If you have anything to do, you can leave first. The admissions teacher at Yuba University said this in a sarcastic tone. These 2 teachers are old acquaintances. Basically we meet several times every year. Ha ha ha, teacher Song is still the same as always. Our school is determined to get Chen Feng. Teachers, please go back. The ancient seal of the imperial capital university was not angry at all. Instead, he laughed loudly and arrogantly asked the teachers from Jinjiang University and Yuba University to go back. As for Chen Feng, they are determined to win the imperial capital university. Before coming, he had listened to Chen Feng's message. The level of an 18-year-old intermediate trainer. This alone is enough for their school to conduct special recruitment. Not to mention that Chen Feng's academic performance is also the best in the province. It's too early for teacher Ji Yu to say this. The teacher from Jinjiang University glanced at the ancient seal. They and the Imperial Capital University are both double first-class universities, and the Imperial Capital University is determined to win Chen Feng. Aren't they the same? How much fame and fortune can the intermediate trainer's strength bring to their school? The three admissions teachers in the principal's office were at loggerheads with each other. Boom boom boom. Just then, the door of the principal's office suddenly rang. Come in. Feng Yi pushed open the door and walked into the office. Principal, you are looking for me. Feng Yi looked at other people in the office and asked the principal. Well, these three are the admissions teachers of Didu University, Jinjiang University, and Yuba University. They want you to take them to Chen Feng's home. Everyone, this is Chen Feng's homeroom teacher, Teacher Feng. You can ask him any questions you want. Principal Yao introduced them to each other. Hello, Teacher Chu. Nice to meet you. I am Teacher Ji Yu from Imperial Capital University. I am Teacher Hu from Jinjiang University. I'm Teacher Song from Yuba University. Three admissions teachers rushed to greet Feng Yi. The candidate's class teacher and grade director are the people the candidate has the most contact with at school. Sometimes a word from them can change a candidate's mind. Hello, three teachers. I will contact Chen Feng now. Feng Yi took out his cell phone and started contacting Chen Feng in front of the three recruiting teachers. Hello, Chen Feng, I'm Teacher Feng. The call went through smoothly. What happened to Teacher Van? Chen Feng's confused voice came from the other end of the phone. You kid, you haven't gotten up yet, have you? Hearing Chen Feng's voice, Feng Yi was a little shocked. Today is such an important day, and you are still resting. Don't you care about your grades at all? Or is it that I am confident about it? We were a little late for training yesterday. Teacher Feng, is there anything you want to talk to me about? Chen Feng asked doubtfully. Yesterday he and Melodic trained together in the lake until night before returning home. That's why I didn't get up today. Hearing what Chen 5.3 Feng said, Feng Yi was completely speechless. So you forgot that the college entrance examination results came out today. But I also admire Chen Feng for forgetting such an important thing for the sake of training. The college entrance examination results are out today, you probably forgot about it. You are the top student in the provincial capital. The admissions teachers of Imperial Capital University, Jinjiang University, and Yuba University want to talk to you. Is it convenient for you now? Feng Yi said truthfully. On the other side, when Chen Feng heard the news, he immediately perked up and sat up. Today is the day when the college entrance examination results are released. I am still the top scholar in the provincial capital. No wonder Teacher Feng called me. Teacher Feng, I have time, you guys come. Although Chen Feng has already locked on to Imperial Capital University in his heart. But still let Feng Yi bring them here. Take advantage of the competition between them to gain the greatest benefit for yourself. Chapter 77. Zhang Ling's Secret. Chen Feng, you live in a place like this. The three admissions teachers looked at Don Street in shock. Whether it is the admissions teacher of Tito University or the admissions teacher of the local Yuba University. Everyone was shocked about where Chen Feng lived. Who could have imagined that a provincial top scorer in the college entrance examination would live in such a dark and damp environment? Well, let's go. Feng Yi nodded somewhat awkwardly. Shu Wan. Chen Feng, how many points did you get in the exam? After a quick tidying up, a message from Shu Wan came on my phone. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. I haven't checked yet, but Teacher Feng just called me and said I'm the top scorer in the provincial capital. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng replied. Now it doesn't matter whether you check the results or not. Shu Wan. Is this true? The provincial capital's top scholar. Shu Wan said in shock. She knew Chen Feng's grades. Before this, Chen Feng's academic performance was better than hers. This time I broke out and scored over 700 points. And Chen Feng actually got the first place in the province. Chen Feng. It should be true. Teacher Feng will bring the admissions teachers from Didu University, Jinjiang University, and Yuba University. Chen Feng explained. Shu Wan. Which one would you choose? Shu Wan wanted to know whether Chen Feng would continue to choose Imperial Capital University. The reason for her outburst this time was that she wanted to go to the same city with Chen Feng. If Chen Feng chose Jinjiang University or Yuba University, she couldn't find anywhere to cry. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. It must be Imperial University, close black lens bracket. Chen Feng answered truthfully. He went to Imperial University to investigate Mew. Open black lens bracket Shu Wan 15, hehe. Close black lens bracket. After hearing Chen Feng's answer, Shu Wan finally felt relieved. Shu Wan. Chen Feng, do you have a group tour tomorrow? I want to go to Lostlorn Forest to catch a Pokémon. Closing square bracket. Shu Wan invites Chen Feng to accompany her to Lostlorn Forest to catch a Pokémon tomorrow. She only has one Pikachu now. If she doesn't catch one now, she may not have time when college starts. A psychedelic forest. Lostlorn Forest is located in Yingchuan City, next to Shuangyang City. It is a nature reserve in Anhui Province. There are many wild Pokémon living there. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng, it's nothing. I'll go with you tomorrow. It's a good opportunity for me to relax. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng agreed. Since coming to this world, not only him, but even his Pokémon seemed to have had little rest. Always in high-intensity combat. Chen Feng plans to give them a day off tomorrow so they can have a good rest together. Shu Wan. Really? Then I'll wait for you at the high-speed rail station tomorrow, and then we'll take the high-speed rail. Seeing Chen Feng agreed, Shu Wan was overjoyed. Starting to look forward to meeting tomorrow. Open black lens bracket Chen Feng. Okay, see you tomorrow. Close black lens bracket. Boom, boom, boom. At this moment, Chen Feng's door suddenly opened. They should be here. Hearing the knock on the door, Chen Feng said to himself, then shouted towards the door. Here I come. Why is it you? Chen Feng opened the door and saw an investigator in uniform, sweating profusely, standing at his door. Zhang Ling ignored Chen Feng and walked straight into the room as if he was entering his own home. I poured myself a glass of water and drank it in big gulps. Does your investigation bureau not allow drinking water? Chen Feng closed the door and sat on the sofa. I just met a robber and drank. Your house happened to be here, so I came here to get some water. She wiped the water stains off her lips and replied. What about the robbers? Chen Feng asked curiously. He didn't see the robber either. You just want to get free water. Are you stupid? My colleague must have sent the robber to the police station. Zhang Ling rolled his eyes at Chen Feng, as if he was looking at a fool. Here, this is for you. Then Zhang Ling handed Chen Feng a bank card. What's this? Chen Feng took the bank card curiously and asked. It has always been others who bribed the investigation bureau. When will it be the investigation bureau's turn to bribe him? Bounty, the reward for killing Chu Guocheng. Not much, only 200,000. Zhang Ling explained. The purpose of coming to Chen Feng today is to give the bounty to Chen Feng. But I never expected to encounter robbers on the way here. It took a long time to catch the robber. I told you, you can't come to me just for a drink of water. Chen Feng didn't bother to be polite to Zhang Ling and put the bank card away. But these are what I earned with my life, there is no reason for me not to accept them. Are you waiting for someone? Seeing Chen Feng accept the bank card, Zhang Ling asked curiously. When Chen Feng opened the door just now, he was very surprised to see himself. Obviously waiting for someone, and this person is not yourself. Well, haven't the college entrance examination results come out? Our teacher told me that I was the top student in the provincial capital. The admissions teachers from Tito University, Jinjiang University, and Yuba University will be here soon. Chen Feng said truthfully. What? You are the top scholar in the provincial capital? Zhang Lingteng suddenly stood forward and looked at Chen Feng in disbelief. The guy in front of me is actually the top scholar in the provincial capital. You're not bragging, are you? Zhang Ling still didn't quite believe what Chen Feng said. She checked Chen Feng's information. His academic performance was good, but he was still a long way from being the top student in the province. With our relationship, why would I lie to you? They will be here soon. Chen Feng spread his hands and answered helplessly. These days, no one believes the truth. Bah, what's the relationship between us? Hearing Chen Feng teasing him, Zhang Ling glared at Chen Feng. This little brat is so bold that he even dares to tease himself. You treat this place as your own home, what do you think is the relationship between us? Chen Feng continued to tease Zhang Ling. Zhang Ling's pretty face instantly turned red. July is the hottest month of the year, and I was running so hard that my mouth was dry and my tongue was parched while I was chasing the robbers. When I arrived at Chen Feng's house, I didn't think so much. Come straight in for a drink of water. Stinky brat. How dare you tease my sister? Zhang Ling hit Chen Feng hard on the head. Officer Zhang Ling, you are so beautiful, why don't you have a boyfriend? Chen Feng rubbed his aching head and asked curiously. Zhang Ling is different from Lu Shuyun. Lu Shuyun doesn't dare to have a boyfriend because of her identity. But Zhang Ling does not have this shackles. At Zhang Ling's age, she shouldn't be without a boyfriend. Hearing Chen Feng's words, Ling's eyes instantly became gloomy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ask. Looking at the depressed Zhang Ling, Chen Feng guessed that he might have said something wrong, causing Zhang Ling to have bad memories. Chen Feng, did you know that the captain of the Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau will not show up? Zhang Ling slowly raised his head and asked Chen Feng back. I don't know. Chen Feng shook his head. He was also very curious about this question. Every time the Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau takes action, it is the deputy captain Zhang Ling who comes forward. As far as he could remember, he hadn't seen the captain of the Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau for many years. Even the citizens of Shuangyang City have become accustomed to this system where there is only a deputy captain but no captain. Because the captain is my dad. Zhang Ling said slowly. What? Chen Feng never expected that the captain of Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau was actually Zhang Ling's father. Are you wondering why you can't see others? Zhang Ling seemed to be lost in memories, holding a glass of water in his hand, and spoke slowly. Actually, I haven't seen him for a long time. 7 years ago, an extremely strange cave appeared in Wudang Mountain. After Wudang Mountain's head, Zhang Yongchang, killed the ultimate beast, Alliance gathered a group of investigators to investigate the ultimate beast cave. My father was one of them. I haven't seen him since then. Since then, I have vowed to become an investigator and solve the ultra beasts and ultra caves. Ultimate beast. The ultimate cave. Chen Feng didn't expect the amount of information to be so huge. It actually involves ultra beasts and ultra caves. In his previous life's memory, although he had heard these two words, the relevant information was pitifully lacking. I'll help you. I have a way to deal with the ultra beasts and ultra caves. Chen Feng patted Zhang Ling's shoulder and comforted him. As long as we can get the ultimate ball out, we can solve the problem of the ultimate beasts and ultimate caves. Real? Do you really have a solution? Zhang Ling looked at Chen Feng with surprise. Certainly. Wouldn't it be great if we could just invent a Poké Ball that could capture ultra beasts? Chen Feng replied disapprovingly. Tisk, you just know how to tease my sister. Hear Chen Feng's answer. Zhang Ling wiped the tears from the corners of his eyes and pouted. It's not like she hadn't thought about this approach. But inventing a Poké Ball that can capture ultra beasts is easier said than done. How can you help me as a student? But Zhang Ling still felt warm inside. At least Chen Feng wanted to help her. Why would I lie to you? For your lifelong event, I can also figure it out. Chen Feng looked at Zhang Ling and said very seriously. Okay, if you can figure it out, I'll marry you. Zhang Ling smiled disapprovingly, covering his mouth. After speaking out what was in her heart, she felt much better. Just as Chen Feng was about to say something else, there was a knock on the door again. Chapter 78. Hideki's Rough Imperial University. Are you really the provincial capital's top scholar? Hearing the knock on the door outside, Zhang Ling looked at the boy in front of him with some disbelief. During this period of time, Chen Feng has been in the limelight. At the age of 18, he has the strength of a mid-level trainer. The most outstanding talent in Shuangyang City and even in the East China Theater. Now he is actually the top scholar in a provincial capital. How can there be such a wicked person in the world? So you still don't believe it? Chen Feng was speechless. After talking for so long, he still felt that he was bragging. As he spoke, Chen Feng walked towards the door and opened it. Feng Yi appeared at the door with 3 teachers from universities. Hello, Teacher Feng. Hello, 3 teachers. Chen Feng greeted the 4 teachers politely. Chen Feng, these 3 are the admissions teachers of Jinjiang University, Didu University, and Yuba University. Feng Yi introduced 3 admissions teachers to Chen Feng. Hello, 3 teachers. Please come in. Chen Feng greeted the three teachers again and invited them in. Officer Zhang, why are you here too? When Feng Yi entered Chen Feng's room, he was somewhat shocked to see Officer Zhang Ling there. Zhang Ling was the deputy captain of Shuangyang City Investigation Bureau, so she naturally knew him. Hello, I'm here to deliver some food to Chen Feng. You guys chat first, I want to leave. Seeing that the person Chen Feng was waiting for had arrived, Zhang Ling was ready to say goodbye and leave. Officer Zhang, don't forget what you said. Before Zhang Ling left, Chen Feng reminded Zhang Ling. Zhang Ling glared at Chen Feng fiercely before slamming the door and leaving. I'm so p********** d off. This little brat is getting bolder and bolder. He even dares to tease himself. After going out, Zhang Ling stomped the stomping tantrum and said viciously. If he really solves the ultra beasts and ultra caves, should I really marry him? Suddenly a thought appeared in Zhang Ling's mind. Zhang Ling was so scared that he quickly shook his head. I'm really crazy. How can he possibly solve it when so many alliance regions haven't solved it yet? Pa, there's no way I could possibly marry him. Zhang Ling shook his confused head and then left. The house is a little small, please don't mind, teachers. Drink some water first. Chen Feng poured a glass of water for each of the 4 teachers. I don't mind. The 3 admissions teachers drank water while looking up and down at Chen Feng's room. The layout of the room is very simple, and you can tell at a glance that life is very tight. Perhaps we can start with the money aspect and get Chen Feng to apply to their school. The 3 admissions teachers each had their own thoughts. But how could they know? Chen Feng is now a wealthy man worth billions. I live here purely out of habit. Hello, Chen Feng, I am the admissions teacher of Imperial Capital University, you can call me Teacher GU. Our school has a long history and has trained several elite-level trainers. Due to your excellent grades and outstanding performance as a trainer, our school has specially recruited you to join our school's trainer department. As long as you join our school can waive your tuition for 4 years and provide you with generous scholarships, so that you can train with peace of mind. Ji Yin from the Imperial Capital University spoke first and put forward the conditions of their school. HMPH, speaking of history, I'm afraid no school in the entire alliance has a longer history than ours. The admissions teacher of Jinjiang University said with disdain. If they make use of time, Jinjiang University has the capital to do so. They are the first college established in Yanwang region. Although it is a bit lonely now and cannot compare with Imperial Capital University. But a lean camel is bigger than a horse. There is still some capital. Chen Feng, as long as you join our school, we can provide the conditions provided by Imperial Capital University, and we will also provide you with one-on-one coaching from elite trainers. The admissions teacher of Jinjiang University said slowly. What do you mean? Are you going to compare financial strength? They heard that the conditions offered by Jinjiang University were even more than theirs. Ji Yin from Imperial Capital University blew his beard and glared at Teacher Hu. If you can't compete, give Chen Feng to our school. Teacher Hu from Jinjiang University responded bluntly. Can't beat. Haha, I'm just afraid that you, Jinjiang University, don't have the strength to do this. Chen Feng, as long as you join our school, we will always offer twice as many courses as Jinjiang University. They are one-on-one with their elite trainers, and we are 2-on-3. Ji Yin looked at Teacher Hu from Jinjiang University with pride. In terms of financial resources, Imperial University has never lost. We're adding another rare Pokemon egg. Let's add 2. Let's add another set of evolution stones. We have 2 sets. Admissions teacher at Tito University and Jinjiang University. Within the scope of their permitted authority, they continued to raise Chen Feng's price. DB. Looking at the teachers from both universities, they are so crazy. Feng Yi was a little confused. Are all these college admissions so crazy? In fact, Feng Yi didn't know. Chen Feng is the only one who raises the price so crazily. If it were other students, these 2 schools would definitely not be like this. But the fighting power that Chen Feng is showing now is definitely worth it for them to do so. Roll hard. The more it rolls, the happier I am. Hearing the universities on both sides constantly raising their tuition fees, Chen Feng almost cried with laughter. Does this count as the fishermen gaining from the conflict between the clams? Okay. You are so cruel. I want to see if your school will honor the promise it just made. Teacher Hu from Jinjiang University said viciously. In this comparison of financial strength, they lost. The conditions given by Imperial Capital University now are: as long as Chen Feng joins the Imperial Capital University, Imperial Capital University agreed to waive Chen Feng's tuition for 4 years of university. At the same time, Chen Feng is given 1 million yuan every year as training subsidy. 2 rare Pokemon eggs, 2 sets of evolution stones, one-on-one coaching with 2 elite trainers. Choose any 2 rare Pokemon items. It can be said that Hideki is rich. With such strong financial support, the teachers who wanted to recruit students from Jinjiang University were forced to withdraw. Then Chen Feng turned his attention to the teacher of Yuba University. They have finished the competition, it's your turn. DB. Forget it, Chen Feng will give it to you. After listening to the competition between Tito University and Jinjiang University, teacher Hu from Yuba University regretted coming here suddenly. What are you doing here by yourself? In terms of financial resources, fame and educational resources, I cannot compare to him. What can you use to compete? What do you think, Chen Feng? Our school's sincerity is enough, right? Seeing that the admissions teacher of Yuba University had tactfully withdrawn, he asked Chen Feng very confidently. The 2 rivals had already been defeated by him thanks to the huge financial resources of the Imperial University. It seems I have no choice. But I have one condition. Chen Feng spread his hands indifferently. Even if Imperial Capital University did not offer such generous conditions, he would still choose Imperial Capital University in the end. Among the 3 universities, the first university Chen Feng ruled out was Yuba University. Although Yuba University has local advantages, it does not have what it wants. The second is Jinjiang University. Jinjiang University is the first university in the entire alliance and has a long history. However, his position began to be gradually replaced by Imperial Capital University. After all, it's the Imperial Capital, so we have to take more care of it. Many books and documents are also stored in Imperial Capital University. Please tell me, as long as it's reasonable, we will agree to it. Ji Yuyin answered very proudly. Anyway, I have already paid so much, as long as Chen Feng's conditions are not excessive. He can agree to everything. I came here today with only one purpose, to bring Chen Feng back. I like reading, especially classics. I hope Imperial University will give me access to the library. Chen Feng said slowly. What he wants most is the library privileges of Imperial Capital University. After hearing this, Ji Yuyin was slightly stunned. He was wondering what kind of conditions Chen Feng would offer. Who knew he wanted access to the library? That's easy. As long as you can win the corresponding honor for us, I can agree to this condition. Ji Yuyin agreed without even thinking about it. As for books, it won't hurt to let people read them. Compared with the conditions he offered before, it's not worth mentioning at all. It's a pleasure to work with you. Chen Feng stretched out a hand, accepting the invitation from Imperial Capital University. Learning provides him with resources and he strives for honor for the school. This is a cooperative relationship between the school and the specially recruited students. Mutual benefit. It's a pleasure working with you. Chapter 79. Lostlorn Forest. Pikachu, which dress do you think looks better on me? Or this dress? Shu Wan kept trying clothes on herself before getting dressed. Pika. Pikachu responded dully while sitting on the bed. Ever since Chen Feng agreed to accompany her to Lostlorn Forest, her master began looking for clothes to change. It's dark now and I haven't found suitable clothes yet. The next morning, Chen Feng arrived at the high-speed rail station as promised. As soon as he arrived at the high-speed rail station, Chen Feng saw Shu Wan who was already waiting for him there. Chen Feng, here. Chen Feng saw her, and she naturally saw Chen Feng as well. Shu Wan waved and greeted Chen Feng. The two looked into each other's eyes, revealing a joy that was difficult to conceal. Pika. Here. Pikachu standing on Shu Wan's shoulder also waved at Chen Feng. Long time no see Pikachu. It took quite a long time to wait. Chen Feng walked up to Shu Wan and greeted Shu Wan and Pikachu. Pika. Yes, I have been waiting for a long time. No, I just got here too. Pikachu and Shu Wan answered in unison. Chen Feng understood what it meant the moment he heard it. Shu Wan must have been waiting for him here early in the morning. I didn't want him to know, so I told him that I had just arrived. Little did she know that her Pikachu had betrayed her. Let's go. What kind of Pokemon are you going to catch in Lostlorn Forest this time? Chen Feng asked curiously on the train. I wonder if Shu Wan has any Pokemon she wants to catch. With my knowledge of Pokemon, I can give Shu Wan some advice. My dream is to become an electric-type gym trainer. So I want to catch an electric Pokemon this time. Shu Wan held her chin with both hands, looking forward to her future dreams. An electric Pokemon, Chen Feng murmured after hearing this. Electric-type Pokemon normal or all pure electric type, and rarely have other types. The striking surface is very small. But they are also only countered by ground-type Pokemon. The advantages and disadvantages are very obvious. If I remember correctly, Lostlorn Forest is the habitat of lizards. After evolving, Heliolisk has 481 species strength, and the species strength is well distributed, with 109 points in both speed and special attack. It's a good choice, Chen Feng suggested. Not only that, Helioptile is a dual-type Pokemon, normal and electric. And the extra normal system does not add additional attributes to Helioptile and is restrained. On the contrary, he can learn a large number of normal-type moves, so that he can fight back even when facing ground-type Pokemon. It is also a very outstanding Pokemon among electric Pokemon. The only drawback is his ability, which cannot directly increase his combat effectiveness. Well, if I can meet a lightning lizard, I will catch one. Shu Wan nodded. She also did her homework before coming. Helioptile is indeed her best choice. Brother, look at this. What kind of company is Devon BFDI that dares to boast that the capture rate of Poké Ball is 1/3 higher than the best Poké Ball on the market? At this moment, a voice from the side of the train aisle attracted Chen Feng's attention. Isn't Devon my company? After hearing this, Chen Feng looked in the direction of the sound. I saw two students watching videos on their mobile phones. The content of the video is exactly the promotional video of Ultra Ball. Why is this Devon company so boastful that it even has space compression technology? I can tell at first glance that this is a company that's trying to take advantage of people, so I didn't even bother to listen to it. I have long been disappointed with domestic Poké Balls. Another student was furious after watching it. What makes them angry is not that there is no decent Poké Ball in China. Instead, these capitalists take advantage of their patriotic feelings to make money. Apparently they thought that Devon company was also like this. It would be nice if what's said in the video is true. Shu Wan also heard the conversation between the two students. She saw this video when she was browsing Weibo yesterday. At that time, the comment section was full of curses. Don't worry, there will be. Chen Feng smiled slightly. As the man behind all this, Chen Feng certainly knew that all this was true. Shu Wan nodded heavily. She also hopes that such a day will come. The train was moving forward quickly. Shu Wan, who had been looking forward to it for a whole night, felt sleepy. She drowsily pulled Chen Feng's arm and lay on his shoulder to take a nap. Chen Feng sat where he was, not daring to move at all. I was afraid that I would wake the girl up. The train continued to move forward. Half an hour passed quickly. Dear passengers, we have arrived in Yingchuan City. Passengers traveling to Lostlorn Forest may alight at this station. The train broadcast sounded in the carriage. They have arrived at their destination, Yingchuan City. Shu Wan, wake up, we've arrived. Chen Feng gently pounded Shu Wan, reminding her. Woo, are we there yet? Shu Wan opened her eyes drowsily, got up from Chen Feng's shoulder and looked out the window. Well, we've arrived. Lostlorn Forest is nearby. Chen Feng nodded and replied. Great, let's go. Shu Wan cheered herself up again and couldn't wait to go to Lostlorn Forest. After Chen Feng and Shu Wan got off the car, they didn't notice at all that a woman wearing sunglasses was sitting behind them. She slowly put down the newspaper in her hands and followed Chen Feng and Shu Wan. It's cheap, Poké Balls are cheaper. Fine honey, great sale. Wild berries, just picked from Lostlorn Forest, come quickly if you want them. Rent Pidgeot and Firo. With them, you will never get lost. We are looking for a guide who knows the way to Lostlorn Forest at a high price. Wow, it's so lively. I heard shouts coming from all around. Shu Wan's face was full of excitement. He looked around and took a closer look, like a curious baby. The little rosy face is so cute. Lostlorn Forest is not far from Yingchuan High-Speed Railway Station. After getting off the train, Chen Feng and Shu Wan went directly to the outskirts of Lostlorn Forest. Of course, Lostlorn Forest is the only forest nearby, and there are a lot of wild Pokemon living in it. Many trainers come to Lostlorn Forest to catch Pokemon and train them. Chen Feng explained slowly. Although it was his first time in Lostlorn Forest, he did a lot of homework last night. I learned a lot about Lostlorn Forest from the internet. Handsome guy, beautiful girl, do you need a tour guide? I'm very familiar with Lostlorn Forest. It only costs 5,000 alliance coins. Just at this moment, a young woman suddenly walked forward and spoke to Chen Feng and Xu Wan. Ask if they need a guide. Thank you, we don't need it. Chen Feng smiled and refused, pulling Xu Wan around the woman. The reason why Lostlorn Forest is called Lostlorn Forest is that there are a large number of Stantlers living in this forest. The double horns on Stantler's head can produce a disorienting phantom light. Therefore it is called Lostlorn Forest. In addition, mist appears inexplicably in Lostlorn Forest all year round. Every year, a large number of trainers get lost in the forest and never come out again. But even so, he didn't have the enthusiasm to take risks as a trainer. Trainers continue to flock to Lostlorn Forest. Chen Feng, I think we should find a tour guide. Xu Wan raised her head and suggested to Chen Feng. It was the first time for both her and Chen Feng to come here. Xu Wan thought it would be better to find a tour guide. No, don't worry, I'm here, we won't get lost. Chen Feng said with great confidence. Other trainers might get lost in the forest. But he has no right to. Possessing the power of Evergreen, he can communicate with Pokémon at any time. Even if you get lost, can't you just ask a Pokémon for directions? After listening to this, Xu Wan nodded. She believed what Chen Feng said. Damn you, you didn't fall for it. Isn't he worried about getting lost? Or am I asking too much? Looking at the background of Chen Feng and Xu Wan. The young woman just now said with gritted teeth. According to her information, Chen Feng had at least 1 million on him. She originally thought that 5,000 alliance coins were just a drop in the bucket for Chen Feng. Chen Feng would agree without hesitation. Who knew that Chen Feng would refuse without even thinking about it? The young woman put on her sunglasses again and followed Chen Feng and Xu Wan into the Lostlorn Forest. Chapter 80. Conquering Helioptile. What a comfortable feeling. When Chen Feng and Xu Wan stepped into Lostlorn Forest together, an unprecedented feeling of comfort surged into Chen Feng's body. Chen Feng felt that every cell in his body was breathing. The power of Changpan is originally a gift from nature, and he has a natural affinity for nature. Come out, Beedrill, Melodic, Zubat, Houndour. Chen Feng took out 4 Poké Balls and threw them into the air with force. Release your Pokémon. Buzz. Beautiful. K. Woof woof. As the Poké Ball flashed red, all 4 Pokémon were released by Chen Feng. Wow, you actually have 4 elves. Xu Wan was a little shocked. She didn't expect Chen Feng actually owned 4 Pokémon. Zubat and Houndour are friends who have entrusted themselves to me. I help them train them. As soon as Chen Feng heard Xu Wan say this, he knew that Yan Yi was wrong. Houndour and Zubat are both his Pokémon though. But these 2 Pokémon are for the members of Team Rocket. It will be sent out sooner or later. There's nothing wrong with relying on him. So that's how it is. Xu Wan suddenly realized. Let's come out too, Pikachu. Xu Wan also took out Pikachu's Poké Ball and released Pikachu. Pikapi. The yellow electric mouse Pikachu jumped out of the Poké Ball excitedly. Pikachu, this is Beedrill, Melodic, Zubat, and Houndour. You guys need to get along well. Xu Wan pushed Pikachu's butt and asked Pikachu to greet Chen Feng's Pokémon. Pika Pika. Hello. Pikachu is also a socially awkward Pokémon. No courage at all. He walked forward very boldly and bowed to Chen Feng's many Pokémon. Buzz buzz buzz. Woof woof woof. This is the first time Zubat and Houndour have seen a Pokémon called Pikachu. Seems very excited. Keep circling around Pikachu. Pika, Pika, I'm going to faint. Pikachu felt a little dizzy after being tossed around by Zubat and Houndour, and he began to stagger from side to side. Houndour simply used his head to push Pikachu onto himself and ran back and forth with Pikachu. Pika, Pika, Pika rode on Houndour's head and acted as a knight. Running back and forth in the forest. Beedrill and other Pokémon are chasing after them. Hee, Pikachu hasn't been this happy in a long time. Seeing Pikachu so happy, Xu Wan smiled with her hands covering her mouth. She only has 1 Pokémon, Pikachu. Living in the city, Pikachu has no playmates except himself. Pikachu hasn't had so much fun playing for a long time. Well, my Pokémon hasn't been this happy in a long time. Chen Feng echoed. In less than 2 months, he achieved such strength, which was inseparable from his efforts in Pokémon. They say he is a very hardworking person. But it is his Pokémon that are the ones who are really hardworking and diligent. They are the ones who go to the competition venue. All he did was talk. Chen Feng never considered himself a hardworking person. Okay, Houndour, come back, we have business to attend to. After playing for about half an hour, Chen Feng called Houndour and other Pokémon back. Anyway, I just came out to relax today. It won't be too late to play after Help Shu Wan finishes catching Pokémon. Pika, Pika. Pikachu jumped off Houndour obediently and walked to Shu Wan. It knew that the purpose of their visit today was to catch a new Pokémon for its master. Chen Feng's Pokémon are also around Chen Feng. Judging from the expressions on their faces, they had a lot of fun. Chen Feng took back Beedrill, Melodic and Zubat. Only Houndour was left to explore the way. Woof woof woof. After receiving Chen Feng's command, Houndour barked happily and ran deep into the forest. Let's go too. Chen Feng called Shu Wan to go deep into the forest to look for electric Pokémon. He wasn't worried at all that Houndour wouldn't be able to find him later. Houndour had memorized his scent. As long as the distance between them is not too far, Houndour can accurately find his position. Shu Wan nodded and followed Chen Feng into the depths of the forest to look for electric Pokémon. The poisonous magic mushroom can evolve into a grass type and fighting type Breloom. It's a pity that it's not my type. Comfy, unfortunately I have healing abilities and don't need a team doctor. Speeding up Yanma, this is not bad. Heracross, this is a rare one, species strength reaches 500, and attack species strength reaches 125. After Mega Evolution, it can reach a high attack species strength of 185. Unfortunately, I already have Beedrill, so I have no shortage of physical attack Pokémon. Plusle and Minun, who are electric type Pokémon, don't have much potential, even though they are electric type Pokémon. Chen Feng took Shu Wan with him as they walked, using the Eye of Insight to check the Pokémon they encountered. I encountered quite a few nice Pokémon along the way. But unfortunately, none of them were what he wanted. His current main forces do not include Nidoking and Nidoqueen, but only Beedrill and Melodic. The third Pokémon, Chen Gang wanted to capture a Pokémon that could only form a resistance group. Chen Feng, look. It's Helioptile. At this moment, Shu Wan excitedly pulled Chen Feng's clothes and whispered. Chen Feng looked in the direction Shu Wan pointed. I saw a yellow Helioptile lying on a branch, enjoying the sun bath. Pokémon. Helioptile. Level 19. Attribute. Electricity, normal. Ability. Sand-hide Pokémon with this ability will have their evasion rate increased by 20% in sandstorm weather, and will not lose stamina due to sandstorm weather. Gender. Female. Moves. Pound, tail swipe, click, charge, quick attack, mud slap. It's the sand hidden ability, which is not bad. Seeing Helioptile's information, Chen Feng thought to himself. Helioptile has 3 abilities in total. They are Dry Skin, Sand Hiding and Hidden Ability Sun Power. Drying ability has different effects in different situations. For example, on rainy days, a certain amount of physical strength will be restored each round, which is a bit like a rain plate. Sunny day will cause a certain amount of physical strength loss every round and will not add any beneficial effects to Helioptile. It can be said that Dry Skin is more sensitive to the weather, and it is difficult for Helioptile alone to exert its beneficial effects. Not to mention the power of the sun. If there is a Helioptile with the solar power ability among the Helioptile group, that would be a disaster for the whole having Dry Skin ability Helioptile. 0. How about it, Chen Feng, do you want to capture it? Shu Wan asked excitedly. She didn't expect that she was so lucky. Not long after arriving, she encountered the Pokémon she wanted to catch. Chen Feng nodded, encouraging Shu Wan. Let's go, Pikachu, use Thunder Shock. Hearing Chen Feng's response, Shu Wan immediately pointed at Pikachu and attacked. Pikachu. Pikachu immediately jumped from Shu Wan's shoulder into the air and released Thunder Shock to attack the lightning lizard. Swoosh. Helioptile, who was enjoying the sun, had no time to react and was hit accurately by Pikachu's Thunder Shock. The Growl, in pain, fell from the branch. Pikachu, use Quick Attack now. Shu Wan did not give Helioptile time to counterattack and pursued the victory. Pika, Pika, Pika. Pikachu quickly ran towards Helioptile. Before Helioptile landed on the ground, Wolf bumped into Helioptile. Bang! Helioptile was hit against the tree trunk. Go! Poké Ball! Shu Wan quickly took out a fist-sized Poké Ball and threw it at Helioptile with all her strength. In this world, Poké Ball is a must-have skill. There is no such thing as losing any Poké Balls. Bang! Before Helioptile could react, he turned into a red light and was sucked into the Poké Ball. The Poké Ball fell onto the ground and began to shake. Shu Wan stared at the Poké Ball nervously, her heart beating in sync with the frequency displayed by the Poké Ball. Crack! Yeah, I captured Helioptile. Shu Wan quickly ran over, raised the Helioptile Poké Ball, and waved excitedly at Chen Feng. However, at this moment, a sandstorm suddenly blew up in the forest. The silhouettes of a Banjiras and a woman were slowly walking towards them in the wind and sand. Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiobook to stay updated with our latest stories, and never miss out on a great listen.